Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to the Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. We are back yet again here today commentating Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Montreal Canadiens. How's everyone doing? Good to see you all here in the wonderful commentary. Let's read everybody in the chat. Michael's here. What's up? Trex is here. What's going on, Austin? Good to see you. Another stream, brother. We got Todd here, of course. What's up, Todd? Mr. GG's here, too. What's going on, man? Catherine's here. What's up? Orca's here. I'll read your guys' comments in a second. You guys were asking some questions. I'll read them off in a moment. What's up, Nicholas? How we doing? Sure, pretty happy about last night with Vegas. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. Tarpool's here, too. What's good? Bond's here as well. Good to see you all coming in yet again for another commentary stream. Again, I mentioned it. Apologies for not being live for Game 4 yesterday of Colorado-Vegas. I would have loved to have been, but I had work, and I said in Game 3 I just could not call off of work any longer, so I had to go to work on Tuesday and miss Game 4. I was hoping the Avs would win, so we would get a Game 5, but sadly we will not get one. What's going on, Jerry? How we doing? Spider-Man, what's up? Good to see you all here. Izan, Jackai. I'm just gonna close enough. What's up? Good to see you. What's up, Michael? How we doing? Good to see you all here in the wonderful commentary. So let's go over the recap here real quick, and then we'll talk about all the Unbox with Nordic stuff. Yes, we are unboxing some cards today. Obviously, we played 3 games of this series. Carolina has taken 2 of the 3. Both of those games that Carolina has won have been back-to-back, and they've been in overtime. So if anything's going the way we expect it to be, we're probably going to get overtime again tonight if the Canes are going to win. So good to see you all here in the chat. What's up, Taco Tom? How we doing? Starting goaltenders tonight, it is Jakob Dobish versus Freddie Anderson. I have not seen anything new in terms of lineup changes, so I think we're getting the exact same lineups that we got for Game 4. So there you go. What's up, John? How we doing? Orca asked a question I wanted to answer. Which of these 2 teams do I think is best suited to beat Vegas, or at least take them to 7 games? I feel like it's Carolina. In my opinion, Montreal has struggled here against the Hurricanes. They've only had 25 shots in their last 2 games. Unless things change here very quickly, I think Carolina has the best chance to beat Vegas. And I'm not going to lie to you. I know we have Carolina and Montreal fans here in the chat. I think Vegas is going to win the Cup. I think they're just playing that good right now. Anyway, on to the Unbox with Nordic stuff. So I have to apologize to you guys a little bit. I said we were going to unbox Upper Deck Series 2 today. But unfortunately, what I really should have done, and this is on me. It's completely on me for not preparing ahead. But I put out the post, I say around like 12 today, saying that we're streaming or we're unboxing a Series 2 of 25-26. Well, unfortunately, I went to my card store today to see if they had them. They were out of Upper Deck Series 2 hobby boxes. So, unfortunately, I was unable to get one here today, and my backup guy did not have any either. And there was no way I was driving like 2 hours to go get a box of cards with about like 3 hours until stream time. So, unfortunately, I had to improvise. We are unboxing cards today, but it is a 2020-21 Upper Deck Series 1 hobby box here today. Some decent rookies here in the pool. You have Alexis Lafreniere, you have Jason Robertson, you have a couple of other solid guys. Marty Natchez is in this poll as well. It's a decent group of rookies in this hobby box. But yeah, I do apologize. We're unable to, I was unable to get a 2025-26 Series 2, so I apologize for that. But at least we got something to unbox today. Sure missed you last night. All commentators were duds. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. I would have loved to have been live. I would have rather have been live than been at work watching the game. That was a great game, too. It was a fun game to watch. But anyway, what's up, Rex? How we doing? If it don't snow in your town, you shouldn't be allowed to have a hockey team. That's a take. I don't think it's... when's the last time it snowed in Vegas? When's the last time it snowed in Nevada? Not just Las Vegas, but like Nevada. What's up, Austin? Who do I think is winning tonight? I'm pulling for Montreal. I want this series to be tied. I want to get a guaranteed Game 6 because we're not going to be live for Game 5, unfortunately. I have a graduation that I'm going to, so I won't be live for Game 5, which sucks. I know, again, you guys are going to be like, oh, come on, Nordic. But it's going to be the last game we miss of the playoffs this year. Game 5 will be the last game we miss. We're going to be live for every game the rest of the playoffs, even if that's just the Cup final. Go Habs, go. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Montreal pull it out tonight. Again, obviously, like I always say in these streams, I advocate for more hockey. I advocate for more hockey here, obviously, in the commentaries, so we get more commentaries and more fun and such. So, wouldn't mind seeing Montreal get the win tonight. But with the way things are going, unless if this is like a real adjustment from game 3, it's going to be Carolina that wins tonight, if we're being honest. 8 years ago? Wow. 8 years ago was the last time it snowed in Las Vegas. Lake Tahoe. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. Tahoe's in Nevada, so they do have winter, and they get snow. USA game tomorrow morning? Probably not, unfortunately. I really wanted to, but it doesn't look like it's going to be possible. With the whole thing that happened with the beginning of the Worlds and my dispute with the IIHF and them telling me I shouldn't stream any more games, otherwise I'll get a strike. I don't want to deal with it. So we're probably not going to be live for that game tomorrow, sadly. But I will do like a game review and such, because I'll watch the game and do a little review of it. But yeah, we probably won't be live for it tomorrow, sadly. I apologize. I know, again, I did make that post. I was thinking about it, but further evaluating it more, I probably shouldn't, because the IIHF would get mad at me. Love to see the Habs win. Yeah, wouldn't mind seeing more hockey. Need Habs goal. Huh. All right, so again, we are unboxing a 2020-21 Upper Deck Series 1 today. We're going to do it in between intermissions. There is 24 packs in this hobby box, and there's 8 cards per pack. So honestly, it's probably going to take us a while to get through this. So if we don't get through it through the first 2 intermissions, we'll just do the rest at the end. Yeah, it's a bummer, but it is what it is. It's a sacrifice that I have to make. Anyway, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We're already at 30 likes. Got 100 people in here. Thank you all for your support recently here on the commentaries and on the channel. We're 75 subs away from 7,200. Comment your prediction in the comment section down below. Who is going to win Game 4? Will it be the Canadiens or will it be the Hurricanes? What do we think? Will it be the Hurricanes? Will it be the Canadiens? What do we think? And you can also comment the score as well. Could we get the O word tonight? Could we get the O word? I'm not going to say it, but the O word. Could we get that tonight? And again, thank you all for your support on the first stream, or in Game 3 of this series as well. We had like 13,000 views on that stream, and that's not very common for me to get a stream above 10,000 views, at least this season. So thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it. It was our 11th stream to get over 10,000 views. It is ranked number 9 all time in terms of views. So, trading cards still a thing? Yep. I see your comment, Mr. GG, but no, it's not that. Maybe if it goes to the other O word. All right, national anthems currently going on right now. Game is getting ready to get started here in just a moment. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. Oh, Canada being played right now. Again, no real changes to either of the lineups. The lineups are essentially the same. Starting goalies are the same as well. Alrighty, the anthems have come to a close here in Centerville in Montreal. We are ready to get started here with Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And again, this series could go either way with this one. If Carolina wins, they take a 3-1 series lead. If Montreal wins, they tie the series, and we're guaranteed a Game 6. Starting goaltenders here tonight, we'd like to wish a special happy birthday to Jakub Dobish, who is playing here tonight, and it is on his birthday, of course. Dobish has been phenomenal here in the postseason for Montreal. I would argue he's been the only reason why this series isn't 3-0 Carolina. On the other side, Freddie Anderson, 10-1 in the postseason, 1.56 and a .923. His numbers have not been the greatest. That's because he hasn't faced a lot of shots. What's up, Jane? How we doing? It's a very crucial Game 4 here of the Eastern Conference Finals. A big win here on the line. We will see who will take it. Game 4 of the Conference Finals, Montreal and Carolina. And we are underway. Face-off is won back by Montreal. They will play it in their own zone. Alex Carrier will try and chip this one off the boards. William Carrier will intercept it, fires it into the chest of Dobish. And we have our first shot of the game here just 13 seconds in. William Carrier, not related to Alex Carrier for those who are curious. Carolina 5-0 on the road this postseason. They have not lost on the road. Face-off in the Montreal end. It is Evans taking the draw against Jankowski. Carolina's got their fourth line out here to start. Face-off one with the Canes. Up top, shot into the chest of Dobish. Rebounds there, denied. Jankowski will take it back and loop it around. He'll dump it down low in the corner. Now Carrier battling forward with Robinson. Played off the boards then by Montreal. Ivan Demidov trying to chip it to center. Jake Evans to Caden Gooley. Gooley to Newhook, a shot. That one goes wide there of Anderson. If Montreal wants to get a win tonight, they definitely need to have more than 13 shots. Again, as I said in the pregame, they've only had 25 shots in their last 2 games. Only one more shot than the opportunities they had in Game 2. Puck at center now. Evans will try and dump it down low. Montreal's offsides. They'll get onside into the zone now with Newhook. Battling for it on the right side then with Miller. Carolina trying to chip this one to center. Alex Newhook will backhand it back into the Montreal end. Noah Dobson in the Canadian zone will throw a cross-ice pass to center. It's broken up by the Hurricanes. Here they come. It's Gostisbehere. Right side. Marnook, a shot. And that one goes wide. Canes get a back shot by Ehlers. Is denied there by Dobish. Carolina already putting on the pressure here. It seems like it's deja vu from 2 and 3. Here's Gostisbehere's shot. And that one goes out of play. Shots are 3-0 here in favor of Carolina. 28 seconds into a minute 28 into the hockey game. Nice, Terry. Yeah, how we feeling about the Vegas Golden Knights heading to the Stanley Cup Final? Defeating the Avalanche in a sweep. I'm still shocked by that, honestly. I really am. Face-off in the Montreal zone is won by the Canadiens. Lane Hudson will dump this one all the way back to center. Slavkovsky fighting forward then with Slavin. Pass up to Cole Caulfield, who will dump it down low into the Carolina zone. Freddie Anderson shoots it off the boards, try to get it to center. Montreal tries to steal it back. Here come the Canes the other way with a loose puck. Into the zone with speed is Svechnikov. Scored the overtime winner in Game 3. Svech, pass in front. Broken up then by Montreal. Cole Caulfield, 3-on-2. Pass over to Gooley. Gooley tried to chip it into the Carolina zone. Now Svechnikov battling forward with Hudson. Cleared back to center. Breakaway the other way. Into the zone is Blake. He's in. Denied by Dobish. What a stop. Jackson Blake left all alone on a breakaway and a big save by the rookie goalie on his 25th birthday. Logan Stankoven will backhand this one into the Montreal zone. It's picked back up then by Hudson. Hudson gets around the Montreal defense. Gostisbehere down low then for Stankoven. Stankoven up top to Gostisbehere. The point shot on there is blocked off of a Nikishin chance. It's kept in though by the Canes. Right side is Ehlers. Up top. Broken up then by Montreal. They will try and chip it to center. Backhand pass over to Blake. A shot. And he fanned on that puck. Logan Stankoven now battling for it in the corner. Hudson trying to clear it. Stank up top. Gosper down low. And Hall, a great chance denied by Dobish as well. 3 minutes into the hockey game. Dobish, 5 shots on, 5 saves. Nikishin up top. Shot on there is blocked in front. And a whistle blown dead here for a high stick in play. Carolina kind of picking up where they left off here in Game 3. They were dominant in Game 3. I mean, Dobish has been the big reason why the last 2 games have gone to overtime. His Canadiens just cannot find a way to pick up a goal. Love to see Marner have a cup, but hate the team Vegas. That's fair. I've seen a lot of Maple Leaf fans say that. As much as there's a lot of hate for Toronto and their hate for Marner, there are a lot of Leaf fans that would be happy to see him with a cup that I've seen. Carolina will chip this one to center. Montreal trying to dump it off the boards. It's Evans battling for it then with Texier. Texier trying to dump it down low. Keandre Miller behind the net, then the Boldu. Boldu up top. Carrier fires it. That one's blocked. It'll slide down low to the corner. Kirby Dach battling with Miller. Stolen back by Jankowski. Here come the Canes with speed into the zone. Is Robinson. It goes off a stick. And out of play. And now he's getting into it with Struble. Hey, what's up, Lee? How we doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the commentary. It's been a while. How you been? Shots 5-0 here in favor of Carolina. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below and subscribe if you are new. It will be greatly appreciated. We're going to be back with the offseason outlooks tomorrow. I'm sorry it's been a crazy couple of days for me. Very, very, very stressful week. That's for sure. Face off in the Montreal end. It is Aho versus Suzuki. Off the draw. One back by Montreal. Cleared off the boards by Anderson. Stolen back then by Carolina. Backhand pass down low is broken up. Svechnikov fires one on, gloved by Dobish. Yeah, for Montreal, they're not going to get a lot of opportunities to get shots on. That's really been prevalent in the last 2 games of this series, and it's been that way so far here in Game 4. If they want to steal another game here in this series and go back to Carolina tied up at 2 apiece, you need to capitalize on your opportunities and just shoot. Too bad for the Sharks. Who do I think we will get in the draft? I've seen you guys projected to get Stenberg. But Chase Reed's an option too. Those and maybe McKenna's there. You never know. You guys have a lot of options. Jarvis' shot. That one goes wide there at Dobish. Ivan Demidov gets it back then. He'll take this one through center. Noah Dobson will dump it down low. Alex Newhook chips it off the boards then. Jarvis steals it back for Carolina. Here they come with speed. It's a 2-on-2. Aho into the zone up top. Svechnikov into the chest of Dobish. And again, Jakub Dobish making some saves here. Montreal 2-5 at home in the postseason. They have a 3-game losing streak at home. They have not won at home since Game 3 of last round. They absolutely need a win here tonight. If it's 3-1 going back to Carolina, I think the Canes will handle it pretty easily. Face-off coming up in the Montreal zone. Suzuki versus Stahl. Face-off won by the Canadiens. Cole Caulfield down low. Tried to chip it to center. Kept in then by the Canes. Marnook pass down low. Broken up by Suzuki. Nick Suzuki cross ice. Here's Hudson with speed. He had a goal in Game 3. He'll dump it down low to the corner. Keandre Miller off the boards then. Suzuki down low off of a stick in front. Slavkovsky now battling for it in the corner with Miller. Uri Slavkovsky. He'll backhand it down low into the corner. Stolen back by Walker. He'll try and dump it away. It's kept in the zone, though, by Montreal. Suzuki waits. Comes into the zone. He loses the puck. And Miller will get it back to center. Here come the Canes with speed. Stahl cross ice. In zone. Ehlers a shot. Gloved. And put wide by Dobish. I think he got a piece of it. He didn't glove it up. Jaden Struble back here now in the Montreal end. Struble will chip this one off the boards and back into the Carolina zone. Gostisbehere. Back over then for Blake. Cross-ice pass. Canes will take it in. Nice hit there by Nikishin down low. Canes will dump it back down low to the Montreal zone. Shots are 7-0. And we're only 5.5 minutes into this opening period. Texier gets around Deneau. Philip Deneau into the zone. He's offsides. So 14:28 to go. Again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. Don't forget, we are unboxing 2020-21 Upper Deck Series 1 Hobby Box coming up here later on today during the intermissions. Montreal better start directing a puck or two into the opposing goalie. Yep. Clear back into the Carolina zone. Boldua shot goes wide there of Freddie Anderson. Here's Joe Veleno. Veleno up top. Stolen back then by Struble. The battles forward with Carrier. Cross-ice pass into the zone. Jankowski, he's got some room. Up top, backhand is blocked there by Gooley. Caden Gooley and a whistle blown dead as Montreal touches the puck. At 14:06, I think we have something coming up here. It's a power play for Carolina. 14:06 to go here in the opening period. Kirby Dach heading to the box for cross-checking on Nikishin. And we will get a Hurricanes power play. Rock me like a hurricane. Face-off coming up here now in the Montreal end. Hurricanes to the power play for the first time tonight. The Montreal faithful does not agree with it. Face-off won by Jarvis. Up top to Gostisbehere. Cross-ice pass. Canes will regroup now with it. It's Svechnikov to Aho. Aho up top. Gostisbehere to Aho. Aho down low then for Jarvis. Seth Jarvis to the point to Aho. Jarvis looking for options. Pass down low is broken up. And the Canadiens will backhand this one to center. It doesn't get all the way down though. Hurricanes will start pushing back. Shane Gostisbehere. Drop back then for Sebastian Aho. Aho will bring it into the zone. Jarvis scoots it around. Up top then Gostisbehere. Shane Gostisbehere looking for options. Here's Ehlers. Ehlers to Jarvis. Jarvis battling forward in the corner with Matheson. Cleared off the boards then. Carolina gets it. Up top. Gostisbehere. Cross-ice pass to Ehlers. Ehlers waits. Shot is blocked there. Jarvis up top. Broken up then by Montreal. They will dump it down the other way. What's up, Lacey? Oh, did I say 21-22? My bad. It's 20-21. Here's K'Andre Miller through center. Will chip it back into the zone, or at least he tries to. Montreal will try and clear. A whistle blown dead at 12:46. I think it might be offsides against Carolina. 40 seconds to go on the Hurricanes power play. Carolina 13th in the postseason, 11%. Definitely could be better. I guess it could be worse. I guess it could be worse. Face-off won by the Hurricanes. K'Andre Miller in the Carolina zone. Miller will drop it back then to Ehlers. Nikolai Ehlers to Stankoven into the zone with speed. It's broken up then by Montreal. Kept in though by the Canes. Up top, Jackson Blake trying to get around Anderson. Josh Anderson fighting with Stankoven. Cross-ice pass to Struble is chipped to center. Miller will get it back then for Carolina. They'll dump it down low. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Ehlers fighting with Anderson. Down low in the corner now, Blake. Dobson will steal that puck. Power play is over. Dobson will give it up then for Dach. He'll carry it into the zone with some room. Here's Dach behind the net. Shot on is saved by Anderson. He doesn't know where it is. It's under his pad. So there you go. Just over 8 minutes into this opening period, we are scoreless after a unsuccessful Carolina power play. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. I'd be greatly appreciated. We'll give the Canes this period then 3 goals on 10 shots. Yeah, shots are 6-0 in favor of the Hurricanes. Carolina, again, this has been the narrative the entire series. They've just been, clobbering Montreal in terms of the shots. But sometimes it's not the quantity of shots, it's the quality of shots. So I'll say that for Montreal. You broke your leg today, Jane. That sucks. How am I doing this wrong? Didn't like the Hurricanes' new road jersey till I saw it, and then the ice is growing on me. It's okay. It's not that great, if we're being honest. But it's not. I don't think it's the worst. It's up there, but I don't think it's the worst. All right, back here in Montreal, it is scoreless here through the first 8 minutes of hockey to be played. Face-off in the Carolina zone is won by Montreal. Here's Hudson, a shot. Saved by Anderson. The rebound is cleared away. Carrier will dump this one off the boards and back into the Montreal zone. Icing against Carolina. No problem, Manny. Thank you. Face-off coming up in the Carolina zone. Canes will win it. Miller will chip it off the boards and back into the Montreal zone. Struble fighting with Carrier. Alex Carrier in the corner then for Marnook. Cleared off the boards. Montreal trying to get it back out of their own zone. It's Demidov fighting in the corner then with Carrier. Again, this has been the narrative the entire hockey game here, or in essentially the entire series, where Montreal just is not getting opportunities. They've been in their defensive zone. I need to see the time in the offensive zone for the Canes the entire series, because it's significant. Here's Jake Evans through center into the zone. Broken up then by Carolina. Svechnikov dumps it down low then into the Montreal zone. Given up then behind the net for Matheson. Yeah, I was going to say Taco cuddled. Canes get it back in their own end. Freddie Anderson off the boards for Walker. Sean Walker back to Matheson. Matheson battling forward then with Carrier. What's up, Skaviz? How we doing? Canes will poke check at the center. Montreal gets it back. Suzuki has shot. That one's blocked. Keandre Miller off the boards and back out of play at 10:28. At least they have a shot. 13 shots away from, why does it keep saying 1-8? There we go. Remember when Montreal scored 6 goals in Game 1? Yeah, that was quite a time. They've had 4 since on 25 shots. Carolina will dump this one out. Montreal steams back in. Suzuki, a backhand goes wide. Cole Caulfield up top, broken up by the Canes. Jarvis breaks it through center. It's a 3-on-3. Jarvis to Svech up top. Chatfield down low then for Svech. The point then, shot on, is tipped just wide there. Adobish. Seth Jarvis on the right side. Halfway through the opening period, Jarvis Up top. Seth Jarvis now looking for options, and a whistle blown dead. A penalty coming up. It's against Carolina. And Montreal with a good opportunity here to get the offense going. With the power play coming up. I'm pretty sure it's power play. Everybody's fighting now. Pretty sure it's a power play. I need to wake up. I'm a little bit tired. I took a nap today. I don't know what's going on. Canes was rusty, and after them 6 goals, and Canes woke it up, it seems. Yeah. Yeah. I think they were just rusty. They didn't play for 12 days. All right, Montreal power play coming after this commercial break. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We're at 63 likes. We are about 70 subs away from 7,200. Canes are averaging 2.6 goals per game. That sounds right. They should. It should be more, but Dobish has been just a wall. Don't forget, intermission, we will be unboxing this 2020-21 Upper Deck Series 1. If we get any good pools, whatever, jumping in the swimming pools. If we get any good pulls, I'll post them into an individual clip on the channel when we're done. Gonna do that now. Gonna do like an unbox with Nordic recap at the end of things. All right, back here in Montreal, the Canadiens scored 4 goals on 13 shots in the opening period of Game 1. Since then, they've only scored 6 goals on 35 shots. They have a combined total of 26 shots in the last 2 games they've played, and up to this one at this point. Oh, sorry. What is that? Why is that a colon? How long was that there for? Whoops. Power play coming up, though, for Montreal. This is a big opportunity. Again, like, you're not going to get a lot of opportunities to get goals here on the power play, so you need to capitalize. Down low in the corner, Uri Slavkovsky out the boards then for Jordan Staal. Montreal will try and set up. It's Slavkovsky fighting with Slavin. Uri Slavkovsky now behind the net. Battling for this puck. Caulfield up top. Here's Hudson. What's up, Davey? How we doing? Caulfield to Suzuki. Suzuki cross ice to Demidov. Demidov down low then for Slavin. Puck will slide into Anderson. He'll make the save. Who are the main cards to be excited for? You got some. You got the jersey cards for assorted players and the signed cards too. But the rookies who are in this pool, you have Thomas Harley, you have Jason Robertson, Alexis Lafreniere, Gabe Velarde, Morgan Geekie. A couple of solid guys, but nothing too crazy. Again, this was just a backup plan, unfortunately. Face-off one with the Canes in their own zone. Caulfield trying to keep it in now for Montreal. Cross-ice pass up top to Suzuki. Suzuki to Hudson. Hudson down low. Demidov waits, fires it. Denied there by Anderson. Rebounds in the corner. Slavin trying to pick it up. Demidov gets it back down to Caulfield. Cole Caulfield up top to Hudson. Hudson to Suzuki. Suzuki down low then for Slavkovsky. Slavin will steal it back for the Canes. Broken up then by Montreal. Demidov to Suzuki up top. Lane Hudson halfway through the power play. Here's Slavkovsky. Up top to Hudson. What's up, T-Stat? Here's Hudson to Suzuki. To the point then Slavkovsky. Pass to Demidov. Ivan Demidov now looking for options. Fires it. Saved by Anderson. Suzuki's right there. Backhand pass over. Was broken up. Slavkovsky was there but couldn't get it on. Here's Demidov to Caulfield. Back to Demidov. It's blocked. What a block. And the Canes will poke check it to center. Dobish will play it up then for Hudson. Montreal speeds into the zone. It's Hudson. He'll get around the defense, forced back down low to the corner. Broken up by K'Andre Miller. Miller backhands it off the boards and back into the Montreal zone. Jakub Dobeš will take it back and wait behind his own net. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Second unit will come out on the ice. Boldu off the boards, back down low to the corner. Now, K'Andre Miller battling for it there as well. Jarvis trying to get it free. Thrown up top then for Matheson. Shot on there goes one of Anderson. Power play is over. Only one shot for Montreal. Canes get it back. It's Boldu. He'll backhand it down low to the corner. Kirby Dach tried to clear. Carolina gets it back. With speed is Jarvis. Battling for it then with Matheson. He's knocked down to the ground. And a good hit there on the line for Matheson. He kind of fell down afterwards anyway. Here's Dobson. Back to Matheson, who will play this one all the way back into the Carolina zone. It will not be an icing. Anderson out of his net then for Jackson Blake. Carolina trying to chip it off the boards to center. Into the zone is Nikishin. Alex Nikishin will dump it down low. Carrier fighting with Hall and a whistle blown dead. We have another penalty coming up here. It is once again against the Hurricanes. Montreal some man advantages here tonight. This time Taylor Hall will head to the box for cross-checking as well. And Montreal will get another power play. I mean, again, like, this is really the only time they've been really in the offensive zone. They're not getting a lot of opportunities 5-on-5. So you need to win the faceoff. You need to set up, but not take so long to set up. The Hurricanes have been very aggressive on their PK, and they've done a good job at keeping things to the outside, not giving Montreal or Philadelphia or Ottawa, for that matter, a lot of time. Faceoff coming up in the Carolina zone, so Montreal just shoot the damn puck. Faceoff won by Carolina. Demidov up top to Hudson. Hudson back to Suzuki. Canes steal it back. They will dump it down the other way. Hudson will get it back in the Montreal end. Lane Hudson now off the boards to Caulfield. Caulfield will drop it back. Suzuki through center. Try to get around the Carolina defense. Up top to Slavkovsky. Broken up by Carolina. Suzuki down low then for Slav. Slav tried to throw it into the corner. Cleared all the way back into the Montreal end. Hudson in the Canadian zone. Pass over then for Cole Caulfield. Caulfield will drop it back. Suzuki looks for options. Gets around the defense. Nick Suzuki battling forward with Carrier. Broken up then by the Hurricanes. They will dump it down the other way. Dobeš will play it away from his net back to Hudson. What's up, Brian? How we doing? Here's Lane Hudson with a minute to go on the power play. Canadiens still struggling to get offensive zone time. Texier brings it through center. He gets onside as the second unit is out there on the ice. What's up, Endo? How we doing? Puck goes out of play at 6 minutes. 54 seconds remaining on the Montreal power play. Still scoreless. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. It'd be greatly appreciated. Face-off in the Carolina zone is won by Montreal. Newhook battling for it then with Chatfield in the corner then. Kirby Dach trying to get it free. Carolina will bank it off the boards. It's Slavin trying to clear it to center. Canes will get it there. Jalen Chatfield with speed. Thank you, Troy. Cross-ice pass is blown dead. Delayed penalty against Montreal this time around. And we will get a 4-on-4 for a brief moment, followed by a Carolina power play. It'll be 40 seconds of 4-on-4. 4-on-4. Isn't that's how it works? Yeah. And then we will get a Carolina power play for 1:20. Face-off coming up here now. It'll be in the Montreal zone. Happy birthday to Jakub Dobeš. 25 years old today. Thank you, Mr. Gigi. I try to be. Try to be that and a kid at heart sometimes. Face-off won by Montreal. Hudson off the boards to Blake, battling for it in the corner. Stankoven almost got it in front. It's broken up then by Montreal. Here they come the other way. Into the zone. Hudson, he's got some room. Fires it on. It's blocked. Demidov, right side. Try to get around Walker. He'll drop it back then. Here's Gooley. It's tipped. And out of play. 5:21. Remaining here in the opening period. We're going to step aside here yet again. Still scoreless in Game 4. I think I'm getting a little sick. I can kind of feel it. So hopefully it's nothing crazy. Not ideal, but hopefully I'll be okay, I guess. Oh, man. 2 shots, smart. 2 shots. Gargle salt water. It's not my voice. Like, you ever have that feeling where, like, your eyes are just really watery? Like, when you're sick? My voice hurt this morning, but it feels okay now. And my nose is kind of starting to run a little bit, so that's not ideal. I'm fine, though. It's all good. But, like, I've had that, like, sick taste in my mouth for a while today, and again, my eyes were a bit watery, so I think I'm starting to get something here. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. Hopefully it's not the henna virus or something. Maybe I have COVID. Maybe I can quarantine for 2 weeks. I got the Hab flu, yeah. Well, when I had COVID, I was like asymptomatic. And asymptomatic means like you don't have the symptoms, but you have it. If that makes sense. I think that's what it means. Anyway, I had it for 1 day. I felt absolutely terrible for 1 day. And then I was fine for the rest of it. But back then, it was like my freshman year of high school. And there was obviously the rule at school where you had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So essentially, I quarantined for 2 weeks. And I was fine. Like, I was literally fine. Probably mono from prom. Maybe. Thank you, Jane. Feeling of a young man that has to buy his girlfriend a gift. Yeah, my whole life is ruined. Face off in the Carolina zone. My screen is really pixelated. Where is my controller? Hang on, I can't commentate it like this. Let me go out and go back in. Got sick as I went to work. Shut down there. They score from up top. The Hurricanes open up the scoring. And it's Sebastian Aho at 5:01. 1-0 Carolina. As soon as I go back into my game, Sebastian Aho makes it a 1-0 lead for the Hurricanes here in Game 4. I couldn't even see who it was. My screen was still pixelated. I couldn't tell. Lucky you, Rock and Roar. 2 tablespoons of pure honey a day. Maybe I just need the cough drops again. Maybe I just need cough drops again. Sebastian Aho is 4th in the postseason from Nikolai Ehlers and Shane Gostisbehere. It is a 1-0 lead here for Carolina with 5:01 to go in the opening period. It's been the same narrative as the last couple of games. They're taking a look at this, actually. Marty St. Louis has called his timeout here. They're taking a look at this goal. Haven't heard you say who am I rooting for in this series. Ooh. Is this offsides? I don't know. I mean, to answer your question, Scott, I'm kind of back and forth. I wouldn't mind seeing either team go to the final. Honestly, Montreal is going to have plenty of opportunities to get back to the cup. But I think Carolina. I think it's Carolina's year. But I wouldn't mind seeing either team go, to be honest. Did I talk about the collapse of the Avs? Yeah, that was bad. I did not think that Colorado would get swept. If you told me Vegas was going to win, I would have been like, yeah. Okay, I can see a world where that happens, but a sweep? Wow. Sebastian Aho makes it 1-0. Carolina at 5:01. Marty St. Louis called his timeout to take a look at this. They will not challenge it for offsides. So the goal will stand. It's 1-0 Carolina. Robinson off the boards, battling for it down low in the corner. William Carrier gets it back. Shot on there's up top. Walker fires it. That one goes wide there, Adobish. Caden Gooley trying to get it back then for Montreal. He'll try and chip it back to center. Philip Deneau broken up there, and it goes out of play at 4:39. Yeah, so St. Louis calls his timeout here to try and see if that puck was offsides, and it looks like there wasn't enough evidence for it to be. Yeah, even Vegas fans were shocked. Puck is cleared back into the Montreal zone. Hudson off the boards, then battling for it with Deneau. Here's Nikolai Ehlers fighting with Deneau. Deneau back over then. Poke checked away. Jordan Staal tried to get it back. 4:20 left to go in the opening period. Carolina battles for it in the corner. It's Anderson trying to chip it up top. Shot on there. Sabadovic rebounds there. And it goes just wide off of Jordan Martinook down low in the corner. Here's Staal. Right side to Stanko. And up top, Carolina gets it back. They will clear it behind the net then. Martinook on the right side for Ehlers. Ehlers to the point then for Miller. Miller behind the net. Pass in front. They score. It's Jordan Staal with the pass in front from K'Andre Miller. And Carolina takes a 2-0 lead here in Game 4. Jordan Staal, the captain, with a little pass in front. And a nice play from K'Andre Miller. He took that puck around behind the net through his legs. Jordan Staal tucked that one. What a play and what a goal. And into the 5-hole of Jakub Dobish. Two 2-0 Carolina. That's 2 goals in just over a minute. Battling for it in the corner then. It's cleared up top. Shot there from Suzuki. Saved by Anderson. Cole Caulfield battling for it down low in the corner. Slavkovsky up top. Here's Matheson. Fires it on. Saved there by Anderson. Rebounds in front. Broken up then by the Canes. Aho takes it with speed now through center. Noah Dobson battling for it then with Svechnikov. Montreal will carry this one through center. Uri Slavkovsky back over to Suzuki. Nick Suzuki will drop it back then for Caden Gooley. Gooley will hold it here in the Montreal end. Chipped off the boards back into the Carolina zone. 3 minutes to go in this first period. Canes will take it ahead. Stankoven to Miller. Miller to Blake. Blake up top. Shot on there. Saved by Dobish. It goes wide of the Montreal net. Gooley battling for it all. Pass in front. Saved by Stankoven. Wow. What a chance for Logan Stankoven. I thought that was in for sure, but it was not. Jackson Blake fighting with Alex Newhook. He'll clear it off the boards to center. Evans gets it around. He falls down to the ice. Nikishin fighting with Demidov. Ivan Demidov pass in front. Broken up there. Evans gets it back to the point. Then Hudson a shot. That one is blocked. Here's Jackson Blake. It's 2-0-1 the other way. It's Blake with Stankoven. Blake into the zone. Pass over. They score. Logan Stankoven on the backdoor pass. And the Hurricanes starting to convert some more here in Game 4. It's 3-0. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. 3 goals there for the Hurricanes with 2:14 left to go in the opening period. That's 3 goals on 14 shots. And not a good birthday present there for Jakub Dobish. It's Logan Stankoven's 8th of the postseason, assisted by Jackson Blake. By the way, the Jordan Staal assist, K'Andre Miller, and Nikolai Ehlers. Face-off coming up here now at center. It's won back by Carolina. They will dump it down low to the Montreal end. This will be waved dead for an icing. Yeah, Carolina's got this. This series is probably over. Sorry to say. Nice little backdoor pass there from Jackson Blake to Stank, and Carolina's found themselves here at a 3-0 advantage. Not over yet, though. Face-off won by Carolina. Miller off the boards. Sean Walker trying to clear this one to center. Carolina gets it back. It's Carrier who will dump it back into the Canadiens' end. That is an icing against the Hurricanes. Well, I will say this, and again, I know that Montreal won't really want to hear it, but if there is a period you want to give up 3 goals in, it would be the first period. I think I said that in Game 3 with the Avs and the Knights. But I don't know. Vegas showed signs of life in that Game 3. Montreal really hasn't. Miller, right side then for Walker, cleared off the boards to center. Noah Dobson gets it back then for the Habs. Dobson dumps it down low. Into the Carolina zone. Walker will chip it off the boards. Less than 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Lane Hudson will come back and regroup in his own end. Hudson off the boards. Caulfield cross ice to Suzuki. A shot saved by Anderson. Sean Walker gets it back then for Carolina. He'll try and backhand it up. Montreal keeping on the pressure. Slavkovsky fighting with Staal. Battling for it now down low in the corner. Slavkovsky fighting with Caulfield. Clear back up top. Suzuki keeps it in the zone at the line. Back down low then. Caulfield chipped it to center. Nobody is there. And the Hurricanes will play it back into the Montreal end. Approaching the final minute of play here in the opening period. Don't forget we are unboxing this Upper Deck Series 1 hobby box in the first intermission. Whatever we don't get to, we'll do in the second intermission. Carrier battling for it then with Svechnikov. On the right side, Mike Matheson trying to get it back. Alex Carrier now breaks it through center with speed. Back over to Veleno. Veleno will dump it into the Carolina zone. Off the boards then, Zach Bolduc trying to get it back. Canes will steal it. Veleno, big hit there down low by Jarvis. Canes will take it through center though. Aho into the zone, he's all alone. Battling for it in the corner now, less than 30 seconds to play. Carrier fighting with Blake. Carolina trying to chip it off the boards. Now Bolduc fighting with Blake. Montreal, again, just kind of struggling here. 15 seconds. Matheson, cleared up top. Slavin fires one on. It's blocked. 5 seconds left. He'll clear one down low to the corner. Carrier will hold it against the boards, and that'll do it for a phenomenal first period from the Carolina Hurricanes and a disastrous first period for the Montreal Canadiens. 3-0 is the score through 20 minutes of play, and it seems like things are not looking great here for Montreal, but we'll see. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for period number 2 momentarily. This is the countdown till the second. And don't forget, it is now time to unbox the Upper Deck Series 2 Hobby Box. Are we ready? Or Upper Deck 2020-21 Series 1 Hobby Box. So again, I'll read off some of the rookies that are eligible here in this pack. You have Alexis Lafreniere. You have Philip Broberg. You have Bowen Byram. Joseph Wall. Josh Norris. Morgan Geekie. I see, looking down the list here a little bit, you have Connor Ingram. He's still in the NHL. Thomas Harley's on this list. Igor Zamula. Ryan McLeod, Connor McMichael, Jason Robertson, his brother Nick Robertson. Looking down the list here a little bit more. Jake Evans is in this list as well. And that's pretty much it for the Young Guns. All right, comment down below. Should we go top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right? Comment which side we should start off with. Top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right. Which one should we go with? Comment down below which side we should go with. The first comment I see, I will do that side. The first comment. The first. Actually, I'll do. How about this? How about this? The 7th comment that I see, we'll do that side. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. Hey, Brian, thank you for the 5, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, it's been a difficult series for sure. 6, 7. We're doing top right. Endo with the 7th comment. We are doing top right. Top right to start. Shout out to Endo. He gets us start, or they get us started. All right. We got 8 packs here on the first top. Again, you guys made this possible with your donations and your support with all the streams in the month of April. We were able to make this possible. And again, the donations always go back into the channel in some shape or form, whether it's paying the TV subscriptions to stream the games or buy the hockey cards or the equipment that I need to make videos and such. You guys made all of this possible. So thank you all so much. All right. Opening up the first pack here. I'm actually struggling to do this. Hang on. I'm struggling to do this. These packs are really weird. Like, I try and open them like this, and they won't budge. So I'm gonna use the scissors here. See ya, Alex. Have a good night. All right, finally got it open. All right, so again, we're on the search for a Jason Robertson. I do have soft sleeves ready, Mr. GG. I need to move my trash can so I can put everything in here. We're looking for a Jason Robertson Young Gun. So we might get some cool pulls here too, seeing some older guys here. Again, this is 2020-21. All right. Ooh, let me fix that. There we go. First card, Hampus Lindholm. Second card is Buffalo Sabre Jack Eichel. Again, these are 2 guys already that we have here who are not even on their current team that this is. A Matthew Perreault. He's retired. This is going to be one hell of like a throwback. Next up, you have the UD Portraits for Logan Couture. There's our special card of the box. Logan Couture, retired obviously from San Jose. I believe he's in a what managerial role now for San Jose. It was good, Cutter. It was solid. I missed the game yesterday though. John Carlson with the Caps. A Alex Killorn with Tampa. Man, every single card we've had so far has been a player that's not on the current team. Here's a Mike Riley. There's another example. Here is a Oliver Bjorkstrand to end the pack. So literally every single card we just pulled from that pack, those players are no longer on the respective team. That's actually hilarious. All right, second pack here now as I struggle to open it. I see we have a checklist at the end. So we got a checklist here at the end. Why is there a glare? Let me try and fix that. Sorry, guys. All right, first up, Pavel Zacha. Second, Jason Zucker. Now on the Sabres. Jonathan Bernier, he's retired. William Karlsson, he's still on the Golden Knights. Look at that. Here's our unique card here. It's a predominant Joe Thornton. Look at that, Joe Thornton. Look at that beard. Always a legend with the beard, that's for sure. Next up, got a Jordan Binnington. He's still on his respective team, so there you go. A Brandon Carlo. He's now on Toronto. And a checklist featuring Pastrnak and Ovechkin. Austin, please stop spamming. Please stop spamming, Austin. All right, third pack. We got, to start off, Alex DeBrincat, no longer on that team. Brady Shea, also no longer on that team. Oscar Klefbom. What a name. What a name, Oscar Klefbom. Ricard Raquel, now on Pittsburgh. Here's our unique card, a UD canvas for Jack Hughes. And there's a photo of Hughes there in the background. Nice. Next up, a Tanner Pearson. Zach Parise. And then an Evgeny Malkin who re-signed today. That was cool to see. Evgeny Malkin re-signing with, yesterday. He re-signed yesterday with Pittsburgh. That's pretty cool. One more year. All right. Next pack. Opening these up here, getting through pretty quickly. Oh, here's a relic for the Habs fans. Shea Weber. First pull here. Next up, Sergei Bobrovsky. JT Comfer. Sorry about the glare, guys. I apologize for that. That's the TV. Here's our young gun, Shane Bowers. Shane Bowers, I believe, no longer in the AHL, or in the NHL. But pretty nifty pull there. Not too bad, I guess. Here's Dougie Hamilton when he was on Carolina. You have Boone Jenner for the Blue Jackets. Ryan Suter for the Wild. And Charlie McAvoy for the Bruins. Weber, it's a sign the Habs come back. Yeah. All right, next pack. I'm struggling to open it. Bear with me here. Oh, man. Why is this giving me a hard time? Man, I love just not being able to open packs. There we go. All right, had to pull out the scissors. Man, I'm struggling here today. All right. Next up, we got Phil Kessel. There's a legendary pull. We're going to have Coyotes cards in this because this is 2020-21. Kessel. Then you got Tomas Hertl. Then you got Ryan Ellis. Holy crap, what a pull. Ryan Ellis. Suter is a free agent. Tuukka Rask. Look at that. Nice pull there. Nazem Kadri. A Brandon Saad. Tomas Tatar. And Travis Sanheim. Wow, there was no, unique card in that pack. Wow, there was nothing in that pack. Wow, what an L. All right, next up. This is the last pack from the top right. This is the last pack from the top right. All right. Running out of space in my trash can. To start, we got Jeff Carter when he was with the LA Kings. Solid pull there. Next up, Dylan Dubé. Gonna start going this way now. Sean Couturier. Ooh, we got a worldwide Marc-Andre Fleury for Canada. That's a pretty cool pull there. Back in the day when these were the newest pack out, I pulled a Leon Draisaitl Germany. Worldwide for Marc-Andre Fleury for Flower. Nice. Next up, Michael Backlund. Alexander Barkov. Travis Konechny. And James Neal. What a pull. What a pull with James Neal there. All right. That is the top right. No Jason Robertson just yet. But we did get a couple of nifty cards. Got a UD Portraits of Logan Couture, a predominant of Joe Thornton. UD Canvas for Jack Hughes. A Young Gun for Shane Bowers. And then a Worldwide for Marc-Andre Fleury. All right. That does it for the top right. Now we will pick our next corner to tackle here. What do we think? Should we go top left, or bottom right? Top left, or bottom right? I will take the third comment. Whatever the third comment is. As long as you're not spamming it, I will we'll pick the what side we go with. So top left, or bottom right? Comment down below. There's one, there's two. Bottom left. Bottom left is what you guys decide. This is 8 packs. This is 6 packs. Oh, wait, no, this is right. No, yeah, that's right. No, it's 6. I don't know why I said it was 12. All right, bottom left. Already left the world burned. Doesn't matter now. All right. Starting off now with the bottom left. And we'll probably get to the rest of it after the in the second intermission. See if Montreal can make this a hockey game. Ooh, we got our Dazzlers in here. Our Dazzler of the pack, I believe, is in here. Our Dazzler is in here. Let's see if we get it. All right, first up, Jacob Trouba for the Rangers. Next up is Joe Pavelski for the Dallas Stars. Alex Iafallo for Los Angeles. And here is our signatures card. Wow. Wow, a signature sensation for John Marino. So, not crazy, but I'll take it. I thought this was the Dazzlers. Oh, man, I thought this was the Dazzlers card. No, it's a signature sensation for John Marino, who is now on the Utah Mammoth. Wow, look at that. That's cool. That's cool. Not crazy, but that's cool. That's pretty cool. All right, next up, Danton Heinen. Zach Sanford. Man, who remembers Zach Sanford? Blake Wheeler and a Timo Meier. So there's our pull of the box so far. John Marino. Pretty nifty pull there. I like that. All right. This will probably be our last pack before the start of the second period. So this will probably be our last pack before the start of the second. I think we have a Young Gun here coming up in this pack. I did a little, trying to move it to see what the corner was. All right. Nick Leddy. Elvis Merzlikins. Peter Mrazek. Brendan Gallagher. So there you go. Here's our Young Gun. It is Martin Kaut. Who the hell is that? Martin Kaut. Look at that. Pulling the most irrelevant Young Guns. Nice. Mark Stahl, brother of Jordan Stahl. And David Pastrnak and Bo Horvat. All right, I think we'll have time for one more pack. Mrazek's on, where is Mrazek? Oh, yeah, Anaheim. That's right. He suffered a season-ending injury. All right, we have time for one more pack. Let's see what's in here. Looks like a UD Portraits is in this one. All right, Alex Kerfoot, Nazem Kadri, A Nikolai Ehlers. Oh, almost revealed the portraits. A Artem Anisimov. A UD portrait for Ryan O'Reilly. Nice. We got a Noah Hannafin. Carter Hart. A Christian Dvorak to end off that pack. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, we'll speed run one more pack. One more pack. One more pack. I'll speed run it. See if I can open up the freaking pack first. All right, last pack before we start the second. For real this time. Looks like we got a young gun in here. We got a young gun in here. Blake Coleman. Marcus Johansson. Dylan Strome. A young gun for Jonas Johansson. Look at that. Jonas Johansson, young gun. He's now on the Lightning. We got a John Gabriel Pajot, Nikita Zaitsev, Lars Eller, and Morgan Riley to end off that pack. All right, we have 2 more packs left in the bottom left, but we have to get ready to get started here with period number 2. For those who missed it, we'll do a recap. I'll post a recap on YouTube here once we're done. But I would say the pull of the box so far is probably this John Marino signature card. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's still a pretty solid pull, so I'll take it. All right, second period coming up in just a moment, guys. And again, you guys make all that possible. With your donations and your support here on the commentaries, you guys make things like that possible. Anyway, alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 2 between the Montreal Canadiens and the Carolina Hurricanes. First period recap, goals were scored by Sebastian Aho, Jordan Staal, and Logan Stankoven, making it a 3-0 game for the Carolina Hurricanes here after 20 minutes of play. Taking a look at your stats through 20, shots are 12-5 in favor of Carolina. Faceoffs are 64% in favor of Carolina. Sorry, a bit of a sneeze there. My apologies. Power plays, Carolina 1 for 2, Montreal 0 for 2. Hits are 11-9 in favor of Carolina. Block shots are 8-7 in favor of Carolina as well. Second period is underway. Whistle blown dead at 19:55. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Wow. We will see if Montreal can perform a massive comeback. Good morning, JJ. What's up? Face off here, one back then by the Canadiens. Matheson will dump it down low to the Carolina zone. Walker trying to get it back for the Canes. Montreal will chip this one back down low to the Carolina zone. Getting it back then behind the net is Jankowski. Mark Jankowski backhands it off the boards to center. Noah Dobson stolen back then by Josh Anderson. Anderson to bolt do a shot. That one is blocked. Poke checked away. Deneau trying to get it back. It slides into Anderson. He'll make the save. Well, Montreal's almost halfway to their shot total from last game. Multi-point games here tonight. Shane Gostisbehere has 2 assists. Nikolai Ehlers with 2 assists as well tonight. Carolina playing really well. Should we give up now? Not over yet. I mean, again, I said this with the Vegas series. If there's any period you want to give up 3 goals in, it would be the first. Hudson, a shot there is blocked by Nikolai Ehlers. Lane Hudson will backhand this one off the boards. Caulfield trying to get it to center. Canes will chip it down low. Jordan Staal battling for them with Struble. Hudson, right side to Newhook. Down low now behind the net then. Lane Hudson gets it back for the Canadiens. Shipped off the boards to Suzuki, who will break it through center. Nick Suzuki battling for them with Svechnikov. Suzuki trying to get it down low for Newhook. It's cleared back into the Montreal zone. This will be an icing at 18:53. Or sorry, 18:52. And again, like, I mean, it's the same narrative that we were telling ourselves in Game 2 and in Game 3 and here now in Game 4. Montreal needs to capitalize on their chances. They need to shoot the puck. Honestly, no matter where you are, if you see a lane, shoot the damn thing. Face-off win with the Canadiens. Matheson up top. Slap shot from Dobson. Saved by Anderson. Rebounds there and cleared away. Carolina will dump this one back to center. Matheson fighting with Svechnikov off the boards. Aho is offsides. Montreal will try and take it back through center. Canes will dump it down low. Here's Svechnikov. Battling for it then with Matheson. Cleared off the boards. Ivan Demidov battling for it. Demidov in the Canadiens' end. Slavkovsky, cross-ice pass to Dobson. Do you mean Fowler, Spider-Man? Do you mean Fowler? Here's Demidov. Into the Carolina zone. Evans is in. It's offsides. That was a late offsides. What do I think the score will be? Think 5-2? I think 5-2 sounds right. Game 5 is on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will not be live for Game 5 of this series, sadly. I wish I could be, but I have a graduation to attend to, so sadly we will not be live for that. By the way, I'm unsure of when the Stanley Cup Final is going to start. I would imagine if this series ends in 5, I would say next Wednesday, potentially. Carrier trying to get it off the boards. The Caulfield, Jackson Blake pass over, and Hall was right there but broken up. Taylor Hall, right side to Stankoven, chips it around the D, fires it on. Saved there by Dobish. Blake, wraparound chance, denied by Dobish. Rebound there, denied as well. Montreal will chip it off the boards and back to center. Miller. Back into the zone. On the right side, Montreal steals it back. They'll get it to center. Here's Cole Caulfield. Caulfield off the boards then for Newhook. Newhook back to Logan Stankoven behind the net. Andre Miller. Holding it back now behind the Carolina zone. Yeah, I know, Mr. Gigi. That's why I was pulling for Montreal tonight, but it doesn't look like it's going to be likely. Carolina carries it through center. Jankowski is shot. That one goes wide there, Adobish. Robinson fighting for it then with Carrier. Kirby Doc now fighting in the corner. Off the boards to Gooley. Caden Gooley fighting with Robinson. Eric Robinson behind the net. Pass in front. Saved by Dobish. Rebounds there. Jabbing at that puck. Montreal will try and clear. Battling for it on the right side then is Gostisbehere. Picked back up by the Canadiens. Caden Gooley. Back over then for Struble. Struble chips it off the boards and back into the Carolina zone. Alex Nikishin off the boards. Back to center. Racing for that one back in the Montreal zone is Stahl. Dobish will come out and play it. Caden Gooley went to the bench. He's hurt. Mike Matheson in the Montreal end. Texier off the boards then for Chatfield. Texier trying to poke check it to center. Doc battling for it. And a whistle blown dead for another offsides against Montreal. They can't get anything going. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. We're 71 subs away from 7,200. Shots are 16-7. Montreal a little over halfway to their shot total from last game. Face-off one with the Canadiens. Matheson will dump it down low, or at least he'll try to. Matheson battling for it on the right side. Canes try to chip it to center. And Carolina will hold it in their own zone. Svechnikov off the boards. Getting it back then is Noah Dobson. Dobson fires it. That one goes wide there at Freddie Anderson. At the point is Demidov. Shot on there by Anderson goes wide. Carolina will attempt to clear it to center. Mike Matheson off the boards and back into the Hurricanes' end. Sebastian Aho. Backhands at the center. Jackson Blake into the zone with speed. Trying to get around Matheson. Blake up top. Good poke check there. At the point, Miller. Cross ice. Blake shoots it. That one goes wide to Dobish. Miller in the corner then for Stankoven. Logan Stankoven then broken up by the Canadiens. Here comes Lane Hudson now. It's a 2-on-2. Hudson Chips it down low. Slavkovsky fighting with Blake. Uri Slavkovsky in front. And a good chance by Evans. Goes up in the air down low to the corner. Cross ice pass into the zone. Jackson Blake. Blake will look for options back into the Montreal end. Here's Evans. Back down low then for Carrier. Carrier to Demidov. Ivan Demidov to Slavkovsky. Slav shoots it. That one's blocked. Canes will get it back then to center. Here they come the other way. It's a 2-on-1. It's Hall through the zone. Trying to put it through his legs to Robinson. He couldn't get it there. Down low in the corner, Hall. Cross ice pass to the point then for Slavin. Shot on there denied by Dobish. 5.5 minutes gone in the middle frame. 3-0 Carolina. Chatfield. Chipped off the boards and back down low to the Montreal zone. Carrier battling forward with Jankowski. Alex Carrier trying to get it free. In the corner then is Evans, who will fight for this puck. Mark Jankowski drops it back down low. Carrier to Struble. Struble tries to clear. It's chipped off the boards to center. Racing forward with speed then is Newhook. He gets interfered with there by the referee. Jordan Stahl gets it back. Cleared all the way back down low to the Montreal zone. Dobson battling forward with Marnook. Shot on there goes Wadadovish. Here come the Canadiens now through center. Caulfield back to Suzuki. A shot. That one goes up and out of play. 13:41 left to go in period number 2. Carolina still with a 3-0 lead here in the second period. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. I would greatly appreciate it. It brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Again, we will sadly not be live for Game 5 of this conference final series. I have a graduation, but that Game 5 will be the last stream we miss here in the playoffs. And actually, I'm pretty happy to say that now with the other series coming to a close, we will not miss back-to-back day. We have not missed back-to-back days here in the postseason. We've only missed a day, and I've never missed 2 in a row. So I think that's pretty awesome when you think about it. So there you go. Series over. Carolina versus Vegas in the Stanley Cup Final. It seems like that. It's not over yet, though. Maybe Montreal can pull off a miracle, but I don't know. We'll see. Thank you, JJ. Don't forget, we will rip the rest of this hobby box in the second intermission. We are halfway through. We got 2 more packs in the bottom left. It is possible. It is certainly possible that we may have to unbox the rest of the cards at the end of the game if we don't get through it quick enough. And there will be a recap of all of our pools here in this pack on a separate video after the stream. All right, back here in Montreal, it's still 3-0 Carolina. Been a long time since this began. Remember the 4-headers? Oh, man, those were fun. We're going to do more of those during the regular season. I didn't do a single one during the regular season. We're going to do more during the regular season for sure. Face-off one with the Hurricanes. I already think I'm going to take off the first week of the season and just stream every single day if I can. Canes will poke check it ahead. Dump back down low into the zone. Marnook gets it back from Montreal. Shot on there goes wide of Dobish and chip back to center. Here's Ehlers dumping it down low. Montreal will get it back here now on their own end. It's Noah Dobson. 13:15 to go in the second. Matheson to Dobson. Cross ice pass into the zone with speed. Caulfield shoots it. Saved by Anderson. Caulfield had a lot of room. Here's Suzuki. Back over to Newhook. Alex Newhook behind the net. Pass over then to Suzuki. Up top then Dobson. Cross ice. Grab back then by Montreal. Carrier. Right side the Caulfield. Up top Dobson. Saved by Anderson. Montreal already with 11 shots. Don't look now. Here come the Canes. Into the Montreal end. Aho up top. Svechnikov waits, fires it. That one goes off of Dobich and out of play. Now down to 12:36 remaining in the second. Shots in this hockey game so far, 16-10. Do my schoolmates know I do this? School should promote you. Thank you, Heart and Spirit. So in high school, everybody knew about it. Everybody knew I was like the YouTuber guy or whatever. I shouldn't say everyone. Most people knew. Some of my close friends, they still watch the commentaries here and there. Some of the people who I really didn't know in school still tune in here and there. They come and say hi. But in college, nobody really cares, to be honest. And that's kind of a good thing for me. Like, I didn't have to go to school and hear, oh, how's the YouTube channel doing and everything every single day. So kind of makes me just be able to put my head down, do my own thing, and feel good about it. I think some people in the school know about it, but again, college is college. Here's Hall into the zone, fires it, saved by Dobich, that ain't got on. Up top, Shane Gostisbehere, cross ice, Nikishin. And that one is blocked. I mean, in college, nobody cares, if we're being honest. Nobody cares. Stankoven fighting with Carrier, and that's fine. That's the way I like it. Evans fighting with Blake. Jake Evans now down low in the Montreal zone, but when you're on social media, you're asking for it. You're asking for people to, know who you are and say, oh, what's up, Nordic, in the hallways and stuff. Puck slides in on Dobich. He'll make the save and cover up. And I'm not saying that, like, I don't like, when people come up to me and say, hey, I love the content. But when you got it every single day in high school and it wasn't necessarily nice that people were saying it to you, it was just like, it got old. But when people come up to me in person and say stuff, I think that's just awesome. Like, people I don't really know, I think it's awesome. And, like, no disrespect to anybody who I went to school with, obviously. I'm not trying to act like I'm above everybody here. I'm not. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm not really anything. Here's Deneau trying to backhand this one down low. Canes get it back at their own line. Montreal with 10 shots tonight. They're outshooting Carolina 5-4 in this period. Thank you, David. Here's Matheson. Back over to Dobson. Dobson will clear it to center. Carolina chips it off the boards to Robinson, who will backhand it down low. Thank you, Art and Spirit. I appreciate it, brother. Hopefully we'll get there someday. Still got a long way to go, though. Zach Bolduc to Miller. Chip back down low to the Carolina zone. Walker right side for Philip Deneau. Philip Deneau, top of the circle. Dumps it down low behind the net then. Getting it back. Bolduc pass in front. Broken up there by Jordan Stahl. I don't know why anybody was on the back door. Approaching the halfway mark of the game and the period. Carolina with a 3-0 lead, the same as it was at the end of the first. Hudson off the boards then for Montreal. Back into the zone is Struble. He'll clear this one back and into the Carolina zone. Freddie Anderson will come out of his net to play it. Broken up then by the Canadiens. Stolen back by Carolina. They will chip this one all the way back into the Montreal zone. Struble back in the Canadiens' end. Jaden Struble will clear this one off the boards. Back to center. Hurricanes get it back. Jalen Chatfield for Ehlers. Chip back down low to the Montreal zone. Yes, I am, Angela. I am in college. I am indeed in college. Just got done my freshman year, actually. Jarvis to Jalen Chatfield. Ahead then to center. Carolina will break it into the Montreal end. Jarvis' a shot. That one goes out of play. Golden Knights or Carolina going to win it all? Gee, the Avs got swept. What happened, bro? I know, Brian. It's crazy. If you told me that Vegas was going to win that series, Vegas, I know. I could see a world, like I would have said, I could see a world where that happens. I picked the Avs to win, but I could definitely see the Golden Knights winning. A sweep? Really? And even some of the Knights fans who were watching here in the chat, they said they're surprised too. Like I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't even really think about the injuries either. Like, you had a 3-0 lead in Game 3, and you just had, like, an absolute meltdown. They should have won Game 3. They really should have. The Avalanche should have won Game 3. And I knew after they lost game 3, I'm like, this is over. Like, they're not coming back. Not just because, like, it's a 3-0 series and only 4 teams have done it, but they've lost in just, like, horrible fashion. It wasn't like other 3-0 series where the team, they look like they're in it for most of it. And the Avalanche, I guess they did, but just blew some disastrous leads in that series. Knights are so deep, 4 lines, yeah. Really, Glenn, nice. Yeah, Knights, they got guys, for sure. All right, 9:37 to go here in this second period. It's still 3-0 Carolina. Montreal with 5 comeback wins this postseason, but if they want to make a comeback, they definitely got to start coming back soon. Get a goal here, add on to things. Face-off coming up in the Montreal zone. Won by the Canes. Nikishin down low. Shot on there. Saved by Dobish. He has it now behind the net. Nikishin trying to throw a pass in front. Canadiens trying to chip it to center. Here's Carrier. Back into the Carolina zone. Gostisbehere chips it off the boards and back in on Dobish. He'll make the save. I mean, credit where credit is due. Montreal up to 11 shots already. How about it? Hey, thank you, Tim. I really appreciate that, brother. We got to keep on following the dream, but I know there's more to this. I know there's more that we can do. We're just getting started. And I don't just mean with my career. I mean with the channel. I think we can do more streams, make them higher quality, and just, keep on commentating. I'm so excited for next year already. Montreal will dump this one off the boards to center. Carolina gets it back. They'll clear it into the Canadiens' end. Caden Gooley in the Montreal zone. Off the boards then for Demidov. 3-on-3. Evans into the zone. He'll battle for it down low in the corner. Jake Evans behind the net then for Slavkovsky. Uri Slavkovsky fighting with Svechnikov. In the corner then behind the net, Demidov. Back to Slav. Uri Slavkovsky trying to throw this one up top. 8.5 minutes to go in the second. Aho fighting down low in the corner. Puck is cleared all the way back into the Canadiens' end. It's Noah Dobson. 12 minutes gone in the second. Or coming up on that, I would say. Slavkovsky to Dobson. He missed the pass. Dobson will backhand it down low. Broken up then by the Hurricanes. Here's Ehlers. He'll scoot around Matheson up top. Shoots it. He fanned on the puck. He'll bank it off the boards. Back around behind the net then. Doc fighting with Stahl. Right side to Jordan Marnook. Jordan Stahl gets it back then for Carolina. Pass is tipped away. Texier backhands this one off the boards. Carolina gets it back. Jordan Stahl back to Marnook. Marnook up top. Gostisbehere shot. That one goes wide there of Dobish. Gostisbehere back to Matheson. Down on the ground is Nikolai Ehlers. It looks like he took a stick to the face. Yeah, Todd, you're right about that. Yeah, Ehlers takes a stick to the face. This may be a power play for Carolina. We'll see. Referees are going to conglomerate here. 7:36 to go in the second. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. We have 99 likes here on the commentary. 99 likes. Thank you, Drum Recovery. I appreciate it, man. Retro AM radio vibe. Wow, nice. I wouldn't mind doing that in the future. Like, I always listen to the radio here. Like the sports radio. Wouldn't mind doing that in the future. Referees are going to take a look at this, review it. I think they're reviewing for a major, but they're just reviewing to see if there's a high stick on the play. Yeah, I've been thinking about it more and more. I think we might start doing some baseball commentaries, but it won't be on this channel. It will not be on this channel. It'll be on a separate channel. The problem is, though, is like, how do I combat that? Like, the seasons are going to overlap. How would I do that? All right, penalty coming up here against the Canadiens. It is Mike Matheson for cross-checking. We will get a Carolina Hurricanes power play here at 7:36. Shots are 18-11. Oh, there's my other water. Carolina power play. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we'll see if Minnesota can get back. If the Habs don't score, I can't remember when Habs were shut out in a playoff game. It's been a while. I'm trying to think. Face-off won by Carolina. Aho up top. Back over to Stahl. Broken up then. Shut on. Saved by Dobish. He'll cover. Snowed here. Yeah, in Carolina. In Carolina, it has. I remember you guys had that huge snowstorm. There was that massive snowstorm, like, across the East Coast. We got hit. It was, like, around the Olympics, right? We got hit with it. You guys got hit with it. You guys got hit pretty hard, actually. Yeah, Harry K., he was awesome. How about Sanchez? How about Sanchez Havoc? Franchise record. And with the way he's pitching, he could go for the MLB record. I'll leave it there. Face-off in the Canadiens end, won by Carolina. Slap shot there from Gostisbehere is tipped. Penalty coming up. Another one against Montreal. 7:20 to go in the second. Stahl getting into it with Deneau. We're going to get 5-on-3 here. Well, if the game wasn't already over, Carolina will have a chance to extend their lead. Philip Deneau is going to head to the box. We're going to get 5-on-3 for 1:44. 18 inches in Greensboro, which is about an hour west of Raleigh. Yeah, you guys got the Gargoyles, right? 18 inches is nuts. For Carolina? That's crazy. I know you guys aren't like Florida, but it's still pretty nuts. What's up, Frey Puppy? How we doing? I'm doing good. All right, 5-on-3 power play for the Hurricanes. Face-off won by Carolina. Up top, Stahl. Down low for Svechnikov. Stahl to Svech. At the point, Gostisbehere. Back over to Stahl. Carolina's got plenty of time. Right side is Aho. Aho to Jarvis. Jarvis to Aho. Aho up top. Carolina waits. Pass back to Ehlers. Nikolai Ehlers, top of the circle. Down low in the corner then, Jarvis. To Sebastian Aho. Here's Aho. Pass down low is cleared. Out of play. Yeah, Troy. Some of them do it both ways. Nobody's like Florida. I agree. I agree with that 100%, heart and spirit. When you do what you love, you will never work a day in your life. I agree. Now, some days you obviously don't want to. Some days you're like, I don't want to do anything and whatever, but still going to do it. Face-off here, won by Montreal. ADDI, thank you for the $2 dono. Yeah, the Habs are 2-5 at home here in the playoffs. They're 2-5. But thank you for the 2. Here's Aho, cross-ice pass, broken up then by Montreal. They will backhand it down low into the Carolina end. Gostisbehere will drop it back then for Ehlers. Nikolai Ehlers carries it into the zone, back to Svechnikov. Svechnikov to the point then for Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere down low then for Ehlers. Nikolai Ehlers down low then for Aho. Cross ice pass is cleared back into the Carolina end with 6 minutes to go. Here in the second, 20 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Ehlers into the zone, up top then for Blake. Jackson Blake, right side the K'Andre Miller. Miller up top, back down low then for Aho. Aho to Miller. Miller to Aho, waits. Up top, Miller, pass back down low. Ehlers a shot, and the chance was there for Hall. It's broken up. Here's Blake to Aho, cross ice pass. Up top, Ehlers. Back to Aho. Waits. Fires it. Blocked by Dobson. And Montreal will hold it in their own zone. They'll run down the clock. 5-on-3's over. And we're back to even strength. Here's Dobson. Carrying it into the zone. Up top, Suzuki. Waits. Fires it. Saved by Anderson. Battling forward down low in the corner. Carolina gets it back. Here's Ehlers with speed. Nikolai Ehlers off the boards then for Blake. Jackson Blake will take it in the corner. Here's Hall. Up top, Slavin. Slap shot. Saved there by Dobish. Stankoven across ice pass. Carrier into the zone with speed. Shoots it. Another save there by Dobish at 4:44. Jakub Dobish making the saves, keeping this game somewhat within reach for Montreal. 3-0 Hurricanes here in the second. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. We're 71 subs away from 7,200. We're at 106 likes, so thank you all so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. Avs got swept by the Golden Knights. Was not expecting that. Yeah, I was not expecting that either. I'm really surprised by that. Let me fix my camera. My camera feels a little bit blurry. Look better, kind of. Still see my acne. Don't forget, at the second intermission, we will unbox, hopefully, the rest of this hobby box for Upper Deck 2021, or 2020-21. Being from Minnesota, love the snow. Also from there, I understand ice is no joke. Yeah. Ice is not great. Yeah, I had a couple problems with ice. With it getting on my car, it like cracked my glass a little bit when I was taking it off. Had to get my windshield fixed. I really hate when when you get like the freezing rain. Thanks for wiping my face. When you get the freezing rain, that's the worst. All right, back here in Montreal, 4:44 to go in the second period. It's still 3-0 Carolina. No goals so far here in this second period. Face-off coming up in the Montreal zone. Jakub Dobish has been solid. Face-off win with the Canes. Chatfield dumps it down low. Jankowski off the boards for Robinson. Eric Robinson behind the net then for Jankowski. Mark Jankowski fighting with Deneau. Jankowski will backhand this one down low behind the net then. Carrier battling for it on the right side. Jankowski to Carrier. Carrier moves it to center. Shut on, save, rebounds there. How did that stay out? Robinson with a puck right on. How did that stay out? Up top, Slavin, right side. Robinson will dump it down low then for Jankowski. This fourth line's been solid. Mark Jankowski will chip it off the boards to Carrier. Clear it off the boards, Deneau. Fighting with Robinson. Back over to Slavkovsky. Ivan Demidov takes it through center. Stall to Slavin. Slavin will dump it into the Canadian zone. Struble fighting with Marnook. Jordan Stahl. Up top then for Miller, a shot. That one goes wide. Deneau gets it back for Montreal. Carrier fighting with Ehlers. Carolina trying to chip it off the boards. Walker then for K'Andre Miller. Past a stall. 3.5 minutes to go. Marnook will dump it down low into the Montreal zone. Carolina trying to get it back. Hudson fighting with Ehlers. Ehlers throws it up top. Walker fires it. Saved there by Dobish. Here's Hudson. Back in the Montreal end. Struble. Over then for Newhook, who carries it through center. Cleared back down low then into the Carolina zone. Walker trying to get it back. Nick Suzuki in the corner then for Montreal up top. Hudson, pass down low to Suzuki. He'll take it around behind the net. Looking for options. Nick Suzuki, try to get a wraparound there. It's broken up by Carolina. Here's Sebastian Aho off the boards then. Chipped away by Miller. K'Andre Miller gets it back into the zone. He'll dump it down low. Hudson, back now for the Canadiens. Cross-ice pass, Suzuki to Cole Caulfield. It's broken up at the line. Carolina trying to dump it down low. They'll do so. Matheson fighting with Svechnikov. Mike Matheson gets it back then for the Canadiens. Off the boards is Hudson. Cross-ice pass, Suzuki. Into the Carolina zone. Nick Suzuki. Back down low then for Caulfield. Caulfield up top. Hudson down low. Saved by Anderson. Bruins there. Denied. Good chance by Suzuki. It's broken up by Carolina. They try and clear. Kept in by Montreal, and a shot on Anderson is denied. Now, of course, we get some physicality here. Still a 3-0 lead for the Hurricanes. Shots 23-14. Look at that. Montreal has surpassed their shot total from the previous game. Already in the second. Wow. Oh, wow. That sucks, Havoc. That's crazy. Wow. Face-off here in the Carolina zone, won by Montreal. Behind the net, then Hudson trying to throw a pass in front. Jalen Chatfield racing for this puck with speed. He's got some room. Less than 2 minutes to go. Chatfield a shot. It trickles through Dobish. Nobody was there to get the rebound, though. And a whistle blown dead as Chatfield throwing some punches to the face of Anderson. There may be a penalty called here. We'll see. 14 shots, no triple that. I agree, Todd. They are a little bit out of gas. That's true, David. That's true. Penalty coming up here. I think it's on Josh Anderson. I don't know how Chatfield didn't get a penalty for punching him in the face. It'll be Josh Anderson who will take the penalty at a minute 52. We're gonna get another Carolina power play. It'll be their 5th one of the game. Ref, you suck chance here. Marty St. Louis, like, what the hell? Face-off coming up outside of the Montreal zone. Power play for Carolina. Evans versus Jankowski. Face-off won by Montreal. They will dump it down low into the Carolina zone. K'Andre Miller. Here in the Carolina end. Miller tries to get around the Montreal PK. Miller into the zone. Pass over then to Jankowski. Mark Jankowski fighting with Carrier. Matheson down low in the corner. Cleared up top then for Blake. Blake trying to get it now in the corner. It's stolen back then by the Hurricanes. Stankoven into the zone. Drops it back for Miller. Miller waits. Passover is broken up then by Montreal. Puck will slide into the Carolina zone. Freddie Anderson gives it up then for Miller. Last minute of play coming up here in the second. Andre Miller drops it back for Sebastian Aho into the zone with speed as Blake. Cross-ice pass goes through the crease of Danault back to center. Carolina gets it back. Miller off the boards then for Danault. Here's Aho back in the Hurricane zone. 40 seconds left to play here in the second period. Shots 24-15. Nikolai Ehlers drops it back to Gostisbehere. Whistle blown dead at 27 seconds for an offsides. There was a Hurricanes player down in front of the Montreal bench. Stankoven took a slash there from Evans in the leg. Multiple of them, actually. Hopefully he's okay. Still bright here at 9:56. Wow. I believe that, though. Those Arctic areas are very interesting. Stankoven appears to be okay. Face-off outside of the Montreal zone. Canadiens with 15 shots. Off the draw, it's won by the Canadiens. Here's Evans. Into the zone with speed. Broken up then by Carolina. 20 seconds left to play in the second. Shane Gostisbehere gets it back for Carolina. He'll drop it back then. Jarvis to Aho. Broken up then by Montreal. Less than 10 seconds left. Evans shorthanded back over to Evans. Broken up. Carolina will bank it off the boards. They will not get the other way. They run out of time. That'll do it for period number 2. No goals in that middle frame. We stay 3-0 Carolina here in Game 4. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for period number 3 momentarily. This is the countdown till the 3rd. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. It is now time to get into the next half of our Upper Deck Series 2 Hobby Box. A little bit of a recap so far. No Jason Robertson card. No Jason Robertson rookie card just yet, but we did get a signature card of John Marino. So I'll take it. Not too bad there. We'll take that. But let's see what we get here in the second half of this box pool. We do have 2 more packs from the bottom left. So we'll get into those starting now. And again, as I said at the beginning of this, you guys made this all possible. Your guys' donations and your support in all the YouTube videos and the shorts and all that. You made all this possible. I could not do this without you guys. I'm very grateful. It's been a phenomenal year here on the channel. I can't wait for next year. We're going to do a lot more. All right. Here we go. Next pack. Doesn't look like... It looks like we have... I don't know what that is, actually. Let's see what this is. All right. Might be a UD canvas. First up, Adam Fox. Next up is Tyler Seguin. After that, Braden Point. Then we got a Jake Gensel when he was with Pittsburgh. Here we go. A UD canvas for Dominic Kubalik, who was a Calder Trophy finalist with Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes. He's not in the NHL anymore. He was a Calder finalist. He's not in the NHL anymore. Then you got Frank Vetrano. You got Nate Schmidt and Alex Goligoski. Look at that. Nate Schmidt. What a pool. Alex Goligoski is something, that's for sure. All right. Next up, final pack of the bottom left. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday so far. No stream tomorrow, unfortunately. Sadly. We got nothing going on tomorrow. USA, Canada, and the Worlds, but I got banned from streaming the Worlds. I think we have a worldwide in here. I think we have a worldwide in this pack. Alex Ovechkin. Nikita Gusev. Holy crap, what a pull. A Quinn Hughes. It is a worldwide. Sidney Crosby worldwide. Would you look at that? That's a nice pull. I'll take that. That's a nice pull. I like that. I like that. Sidney Crosby. Nice. Next up, Zach Cassian. Kirby Doc. Will Butcher. And Thatcher Demko. Hoping for a good off-season recovery from Demko. Never commentated him. We've never commentated him. All we've commentated is Kevin Lankinen. And Nikita Tolopilo for one game. All right. That is it for the bottom left. What are we doing next? Are we doing the top left or the bottom right? Top left or bottom right? We'll do the fourth comment. The fourth comment I see we'll do. Top left or bottom right? What are we picking, guys? Should the Leafs get Stenberg or McKenna? I would go with McKenna. But you have options there. You could go with anybody, and I don't think it would be bad. June 1st, next Monday, will be our next mock draft. Keep an eye out for that. Do I keep it with the market to know what's good? I do, yeah. I was unable to get a hobby box for Series 2 this year, so I had to get one from a couple years ago. All right. I saw JT with bottom right, so we're going with bottom right here with the fourth comment. We'll see what cards we get here with the bottom right. All right, first pack of the bottom right. Struggling to open it here. Got something in here. I have no idea what that is. Let's see. All right, Braden Shen. Got a Colton Parayko. Starting off with all the blues here. Adrian Kempe. Oh. Franz Nielsen. Ooh. It's a clear-cut card. Look at that. Look at that. Franz Nielsen clear-cut card. It's like a... It's hard to tell with the glare, but it's like a little bit of like a see-through card. Like I can see you guys through it. I don't know if you can see me through it with the glare, but that's pretty cool. Franz Nielsen, kind of like clear cut. I think it's called clear cut. Aaron Ekblad. Jonas Donskoy. That's a hell of a name. Darcy Kemper. Let me move the camera here a little bit. Sorry, guys. Darcy Kemper and Martin Jones. Sharks have a lot of good young forwards. They should go with D-Man with the second pick. I agree. I agree, but I think they're going to go Stenberg, though. The way I've seen it, I think they're going to go with Stenberg. All right, next pack here of the box. Ooh, we got something here. Something interesting. John Marino. There, we got him with the signed. Riley Smith. Matt Zuccarello. Darnell Nurse. Man, remember when he wasn't signed to that contract? A predominant for Jonathan Huberdeau. Predominant for Jonathan Huberdeau. Look at that. Nice. Nice pull there. Philip Forsberg. Got Rasmus Dahlin. And a Drew Doughty. So there you go, Drew Doughty. Not a horrible pull there. I'll take it. All right, next up, here on the bottom right side, Nurse getting traded. We'll see. Oilers got to make some moves. I'm very intrigued to see what Edmonton does. Very intrigued. By the way, we did our Ottawa Senators mini offseason outlook video today on the short. We'll start getting into the other teams soon. We're coming down to the wire in terms of the first round teams. So, all right, I think we have a UD canvas in this pool. Nola Chari, Kevin Hayes, Connor McDavid. There you go. Philip Deneau, he's playing in this game right now. Ironically enough, he was traded. Or he left and then came back. UD Portraits for Pierre-Luc Dubois. No longer on Columbus. He did not like being there, that's for sure. Marty Natchez. Card was stuck together. Jeff Petrie. And a Josh Manson. Yeah, Pierre-Luc Dubois. Everybody forgets about that because he's been to like 8 teams since. But he, I remember that last year with Columbus, that last game. And there was that clip of him just like not showing any effort at all on that one shift he took. That was his last shift in Columbus, I'm pretty sure. Then he got traded. All right, what do we got in here? Might be another worldwide, I can't tell. This is something's coming up here. All right, Semyon Varlamov. Rokro, holy crap, what a throwback. Rocco Grimaldi, holy crap, I forgot he existed. Oh my God, what a name. What a pool. That's why I like going through some of these old cards. You get like some incredible names. Zach Werenski. Ooh, it's a rookie retrospective for Marty Natchez. 2019-20 rookie ranking was ranked 4th and 7th in goals and points, respectively. It's a cool pool there. Haven't gotten one of those yet. Pierre-Luc Dubois is the most French-Canadian name ever. I remember, I think it was when he was in Winnipeg, he said all the time, he's like, I want to go to Montreal. I would love to go to Montreal. Went to LA and did nothing. I'm sure Michael can attest to that in the chat. Card Hunt. Neil Pionk. Oop, cards are getting stuck together. Jordan Eberle. And Eric Carlson when he was on the Sharks. All right. 2 more packs left in the bottom right. Doing good on time. We should be able to get all these packs done before the end of the stream. Before the end of the period. We're still looking for a Dazzlers. We haven't gotten to Dazzlers yet. Too bad we didn't get to celebrate yesterday's wonderful win. Avs fans cope is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, man. I kind of can't believe it. I think we have a young gun in this pack. I was trying to look. Maybe it might be a UD canvas. I can't tell. Elias Lindholm. PK Subban. Dylan Larkin. Cards are sticking together. UD canvas for Evander Kane. UD canvas for Evander Kane when he was on San Jose. He's probably going to be a free agent if I had to guess. So there you go. UD canvas for Evander Kane. Philip Hronek, Jonathan Marchessault, Duncan Keith, and Vincent Trocheck. So there we go. Still looking for the Jason Robertson Young Gun. Haven't gotten it yet, or the Lafreniere. Wouldn't mind getting either of those two. We'll see if it's in this one. All right, this is the last pack of the bottom right. Then we'll get into the top left. We have a young gun coming up. Samuel Girard, Zach Hyman, John Klingberg, Dmitry Orlov, and then a Alexander Alexiev young gun. So, not Lafreniere, not Robertson, but Alexiev will take it. Is he still with the Caps? Mikko Koskinen. Wow. These are some, like, throwbacks. Mikko Koskinen, Jakub Silverberg, and then Matt Duchene. Back in the 2020 Stadium Series. If you guys go back to the channel's history, my first ever video was recapping the Stadium Series. I look like a newborn. And I was, to be honest. I was. All right. Last corner of the hobby box. We have 6 packs here. We got 5.5 minutes till the third. I'll try and speed run these super quickly. We'll see if I can get through them in time. All right, first pack of the bottom left. Ooh. Kind of open it here at an angle. We have, I think our Dazzler's in here. I think our Dazzler's is in here. Mark Scheifele. Evander Kane. Igor Shesterkin. A John Moore. Oh, yep, it's a Dazzler's. It's a Dazzler's. Let me try and reveal this the right way. It is, ooh, it's a Coyote. It is Nick Schmaltz. Nick Schmaltz there with the Dazzlers. There's usually only one Dazzlers per hobby box. It's Nick Schmaltz of Arizona. I'll take it. Usually only one Dazzlers per hobby box. Maybe we get lucky. Brandon Tanev, Mark Stone, and Alex Stalock. Alex Stalock, wow. Some awesome names here in this pool. All right, up to our next pack. Still struggling to open these. Do I sell cards? Got some from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I don't sell cards. I honestly, at least not yet. If I get some duplicates of a nice card, maybe I'll sell it. But I really like just building up the collection and not selling them off, to be honest. Let's see what we got in here. Let me see if I can see. I think we have a young gun in here. I think we got a young gun. Brock Besser. Alex Tuck. Victor Hedman. Mikey Anderson young gun. Look at that. That's a solid pull. He's still in the NHL for Los Angeles. He's solid. I like that. Nice pull there for Mikey Anderson. I'll take it. Kailer Yamamoto, Mitch Marner, Gabe Landeskog, and Josh Morrissey. All right, next up, next pack. We got 4 more packs left. So, Jason Robertson or Alexis Lafreniere, young gun, looking less and less likely. I think we got a UD portraits in here. Jacob Chikrin, Brock Nelson, Colin White, UD portraits for Marc-Andre Fleury. That's 2 Fleury cards we've pulled of uniqueness. Pretty cool there. Jonathan Drouin, Tony DeAngelo, Calle Yarncrook, and Ben Bishop. Solid pulls. I'll take it. Solid pulls. I will take it. All right, on to our next pack. 3 packs left. Still looking for a Robertson rookie or something. Yeah, Flower. Somebody said in the chat, future Hall of Famer. We'll see if he does become that. Oh, we got another young gun. We got another young gun in here. Nick Dowd. William Nylander. Keith Yandel. A Alec Martinez. All right, will we get lucky? We will! Alexis Lafreniere, young gun. Look at that. Hey, I mean, again, Lafreniere didn't become what we thought he was going to necessarily, but I'll take it. Alexis Lafreniere, young gun. Nice. Maybe that'll be a clip here on the channel. Look at that. So I wanted that in the Robertson one as well. But I'll take Lafreniere if that's what we end up having. So I'll take it. David Riddick, Miles Wood, and Franz Nielsen end off that pack. So there you go, Alexis Lafreniere. I mean, again, like, he obviously didn't become the player that we thought he was going to, but he's still a solid NHLer. So I'll take it. All right, 2 packs left. Actually, I might not get to this one in time. I might have to hold off and wait to do this at the end of the stream. Or I'll do it in commercial breaks. If I can open up the freaking pack. Jesus. All right, we'll do this last one. Give it to you. We'll do this last one. Ooh, there's like There's something in here. Something interesting's in here. Connor Garland, Philip Zadina, Teuvo Teravainen, UD Canvas for John Carlson. Nice. Sideways card of Philip Grubauer. Kasperi Kapanen, Esa Lindell, and TJ Oshie. All right, we have one more pack to unbox. We're going to do that during the first commercial break, but a pretty good pool of cards there in that sequence. We got the Alexi Lafreniere Young Gun. Not crazy, but we'll take it. Not crazy, but we'll take it. Anywho. Alrighty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of the third period here between the Montreal Canadiens and the Carolina Hurricanes. Second period recap. There were no goals scored in that middle frame. It is still 3-0 Hurricanes after 40 minutes of play. Taking a look now at your stats through 40. Shots are 24-15. Faceoffs are 56% in favor of Carolina. Power plays, Carolina 1 for 5. Montreal 0 for 2. Hits are 23-19 Carolina, and block shots are 14-13 in favor of Montreal. Second period is underway. Power play came to a close there for Carolina. Nothing really came of it. So we got one more pack. We'll unbox in the commercial break. Still a 3-0 lead here for the Hurricanes. We'll do a goaltender check here super quickly. Freddie Andersen is obviously perfect. He's been great tonight. Jakub Dobeš, .875 tonight. 21 saves on 24 shots. Jakub Dobeš now behind his own net, celebrating his 25th birthday. Matheson on the right side then for Dobson. We'll chip this one off the boards back into the Carolina zone. Freddie Andersen off the boards. Kirby Dach battling for it then with Jordan Staal. He'll play it up top, or at least he'll try to. Nikolai Ehlers will dump this one back into the Montreal zone. Alex Carrier then for Montreal off the boards to Hudson. Lane Hudson moves it through center. He'll dump it down low to the Carolina zone. Walker fighting with Hudson. Cleared off the boards then by Sebastian Aho. Here's Carrier. In the Montreal end, back over to Kirby Dach. Dach to Carrier. He'll come back and regroup in his own zone. Alex Carrier up top to Suzuki. He'll get around the defense, racing for it into the zone. Pass in front, broken up there by Montreal. Caulfield fighting on the right side then with Walker. Picked back up then by K'Andre Miller. Carolina will dump it back into the Montreal zone. It's Struble. Behind the Canadiens' end. Jaden Struble will chip it off the boards and back into the Hurricanes' end. That'll be an icing at 18-22 against Montreal. $1,000 worth of cards and put them in the attic. Did see this one thing. It was like on a flea market post where it said they had like over 1,000 hockey cards and they're selling them for $60. I thought about it. Wasn't hockey cards though. It was baseball. Baseball and football. Don't really know a lot about football to obtain those cards. Face off in the Montreal zone. It's Stankoven versus Philip Deneau. Off the draw. One back by Montreal. Taylor Hall. In his own end, fighting with Matheson. Hall trying to play it up top. He's got it. Slavin a shot. Saved by Dobeš. Rebounds there. And it's chipped off of, I think, Deneau from a Blake shot him wide. Josh Anderson back then for the Canadiens. Blake pass in front. Logan Stankoven up top. Hall a shot. Saved by Dobeš. He'll cover up. 25th shot of the game for Carolina. Frustration. Face off here in the Montreal zone is one of the Canadiens. Through center with speed is Dobson. Right side to Newhook. Newhook up top, fires it on. It goes wide there of Anderson. Shane Gostisbehere up top then for Dobson. Dobson, the Caulfield. Dobson fires it. That one goes wide there of Freddie Anderson. Suzuki. Chipped off the boards by Jankowski. Noah Dobson trying to get it back. Carolina will play it to center. Gostisbehere will backhand this one down low into the Montreal zone. Hudson for Suzuki. Cleared off the boards then. Jalen Chatfield. Back to Newhook. Robinson will steal it back. He'll dump it down into the Montreal zone. Here's Slavkovsky. In the Canadiens' end, Uri Slavkovsky will dump this one back into the Carolina zone. About 3 minutes gone in the third. Evans. Down low to the corner. Uri Slavkovsky trying to get it free. He's fighting with Chatfield. Up top, Hudson a shot. That one is blocked back to center. It's not over yet, but Montreal needs to get more shots. Carolina 5-0 on the road here in the postseason. Here's Jarvis fighting with Zach Boldu. Back to Svechnikov up top. Chatfield to Svet. Shot on there, goes wide of Dobish. Montreal steals it back. Demidov off the boards to center, or at least he tries to get it there. Wayne Hudson holds it back now in the Montreal end. Hudson looking for options. We will not be live for Game 5, unfortunately. I apologize. We will not be live for Game 5. I have a graduation that I am attending. Here's Gooley in the Montreal end. So on the off chance we will be live next, I know for sure if Carolina or if Montreal wins games 4 or 5, there will be a game 6 on Sunday. Here's Danault fighting with Stankoven. Danault back down low for Caden Gooley. Gooley clears it to center. Josh Anderson, cross-ice pass then into the zone. Boldu fighting with Gostisbehere. Matheson intercepted. Carrier off the boards by Matheson. Back down low to the Carolina zone. Slavin fighting with Newhook. Up top, Blake, chip back to center. Caulfield comes back and regroups in his own end. Yep, I'm dropping rhymes. Not live for Game 5. Matheson in the Canadiens' end. Mike Matheson will clear it off the boards and back into the Carolina zone. That'll be an icing at 14:47. Freddie Anderson, 15 saves tonight. He hasn't faced a lot, but he's played well, considering the circumstances. Face-off in the Montreal end. One back by the Hurricanes. Miller chipped back to center. K'Andre Miller forced to regroup. Here's Ehlers to Stahl. Stahl into the zone. Wraps it around. Pass over is blocked by Struble. Stahl down low into the corner then. Carolina gets it back. Up top, Walker. Down low now behind the net then. Stahl gets it back then for the Hurricanes. Stahl fighting with Struble. Carolina steals it back. Ehlers pass over. It's in the crease. How did that stay out? Must have went wide. Philip Danault off the boards. Try to clear it. Ehlers try to keep it in. He'll backhand it down low. Stahl fighting with Josh Anderson. Jordan Stahl. Cross-ice pass in front. Miller backhands it down low. Here's Svechnikov. Fires it. Save there by Dobish. Demidov to Svechnikov. Aho up top then for Slavin. Svechnikov battling forward then with Matheson. Carolina will dump it down low then behind the net. Jarvis trying to get it free. Struble battling forward there with Jarvis. Jarvis looks for options. Will throw this one up top. Chatfield slap shot. And that one goes wide there with Dobish. Slavin off the boards then for Svechnikov. Andrei Svechnikov. At the point then for Carolina. Chatfield a shot. That one goes wide there with Dobish. Here's Aho. Battling for it on the right side then with Suzuki. Jarvis trying to get that one free in the corner. Struble gets it back. He'll attempt to chip it off the boards. Cleared back down low then Cole Caulfield. Fires it back into the Carolina zone. This will not be an icing. Hypothetically, if the Cup final does end up being Carolina-Vegas, who are you guys rooting for? Slavin dumps it down low into the Montreal zone, or if it becomes Montreal-Vegas, who are you rooting for? Carolina just 12 and a half minutes from taking a 3-1 series lead, being a win away from a Cup final. Hudson through center, broken up then by the Canes. Here they come with speed into the zone with speed. And Hall, a shot save there. Rebounds in front for Stankov, and he jabs at that puck. It's there on Dobish. And a whistle blown dead eventually. Don't care? Fair enough. Fair enough. We will step aside. 3-0 Carolina. Now it's time to unbox this last pack. All right, the final pack of our 2020-21 Upper Deck Series 1 Hobby Box. Thank you all so much for tuning in and enjoying the rips. Doesn't look like anything crazy, so we'll just go through it. Yusei Saros. John Tavares. John Gibson. All the sideways things. David Perron. A debut date for Cody Glass. October 2nd, 2019, Sharks versus Golden Knights. Nice. Didn't get one of those yet. Robert Thomas. Ryan O'Reilly. And the last card is Anze Kopitar. Good way to end things off. All right. That concludes our 2020-21 Upper Deck Series 1 Hobby Box. Again, I apologize for not being able to get a Series 2 25-26. I apologize. This was $100. But I really appreciate your guys' support here on the streams. Again, you guys made this possible. All your donations in April and in the previous months, and all your support with the revenue made and the videos and such. You guys made this possible. So thank you all so much. Back here in Montreal, we'll go through the recap. There's going to be a recap that'll be posted onto the YouTube page after the stream tonight. So stay tuned for that. Most underrated center in the NHL. Game 5 of this series will be on Friday. Face off here, won by Carolina. Sheffield a shot. That one is blocked. Logan Stankoven. Down low then for Blake. Blake fighting with Dobson. Matheson on the right side. In front, Blake a shot. Saved by Dobish. Up top, Slavin a drive. And that one is gloved. 12:04 to go in the third. Carolina now up to 30 shots. They've played well. They've played very well. Face off in the Montreal end. Alex Carrier. Try to dump it to center. Canes keep it in. Ehlers up top. Stahl moves in. Backhand is blocked. Montreal takes it back. Gets Evans off the boards for Gooley. And puck goes out of play at 11:49. Unsure of when Game 1 of the Cup final would be. If this series ends tonight, I think it will either be Monday or Wednesday. If I had to guess, maybe Tuesday. I think it's going to be either Monday or Wednesday. if I had to guess when game 1 of the Cup final would be. Face off in the Montreal end, won by the Canes. Up top, shot on there, saved by Dobish, he'll cover. And obviously, again, if the series goes further than, if the series goes further than 5 games, it'll be later. But with the way this series is going, I think it may be over Friday. Face off in the Montreal end. Carolina with 8 third-period shots. Montreal with 0. Off the draw. One back by Montreal. Carrier. Cleared all the way back to center. Slavkovsky dumps it down low into the Carolina zone. Miller back over then to Walker. Up top, Slavkovsky. Gets around Walker. On the right side, Ivan Demidov. Demidov down low fighting with Miller. Evans try to chip it to center. Sebastian Aho across ice pass ahead then for Jarvis. Jarvis 1-0 comes in. Denied by Dobish on the backhand. Jarvis up top to Aho. Pass over and a good chance there for, I think, Jankowski is broken up. Carrier will dump this one down low to the Carolina zone. 9 minutes gone in the third. Jordan Stahl off the boards to center. Carolina will backhand this one down low. Dobish gives it up then for Hudson. In the corner, Dobson. Back over to Suzuki. Cross ice to Slavkovsky. Slavkovsky to Lane Hudson. Hudson brings it into the zone. He'll loop it back around. Drops it into the corner then. Slavin trying to get it back. Slavin to Ehlers. Here's Marnook. Back up to Ehlers. 3-on-2 now for the Hurricanes. Chatfield on the right side will dump it down low to the corner. Stahl fighting with Hudson. Puck comes loose. Blake in front. And a good chance there for Jankowski. He is denied by Dobish at 10-19. No goals since the first period. Jakub Dobish now up to a 9-12. 31 saves on 34 shots. Again, multi-point games for Gostisbehere and Ehlers. It's still 3-0 that we haven't had any goals since the first period. Face off in the Montreal zone, won by the Canes. Carrier behind the net wraparound chance is blocked. Matheson off the boards. Canes trying to play it up top. Behind the net then, Carrier. Backhanded around behind the net then for Jankowski. Mark Jankowski fighting with Veleno. Pass to Robinson. Saved by Dobish. In the chest. 9:57 to go. 3-0. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I've been holding this in for like pretty much the whole game, so I'll be back. Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Said to use the bathroom. Holding that in most of the game. Not one Flyers card? What's up, William? No. No Flyers cards, really. Mr. Gigi, I did wash my hands this time. Quickly. Wet fingers. Wet hands. Youngest NHL team to get to the top 4. This is already awesome. Yeah, it sucks it's ending this way, though. Or it sucks that it's going this way. But they're outmatched. They'll be back. They will be back. Face off in the Montreal zone. Still got 10 minutes of hockey to be played. Maybe they can pull off a late comeback. Matheson battling for it then with Jackson Blake down low in the corner. Carrier. Behind the net. Off the boards, Philip Deneau. Will dump it back into the Carolina zone. This will be an icing. Thank you all for tuning in. 4,000 views here on the commentary. Thank you all so much. You're right about that, Mr. GG. Face-off coming up here in the Carolina zone. It's won by the Canes. They will dump it down the other way. This will be an icing. Man. Any plans on, this next Thursday, or are you guys all just working? Face-off in the Canes' end. Stankoven versus Suzuki. Face-off won by Montreal. Clear back down into the corner. Jackson Blake will dump this one down into the Montreal zone. It'll go in on Dobish, so he'll play it away. Caulfield back in the corner. Cole Caulfield fighting now with Taylor Hall. Hall passed up top, broken up then by the Canadiens. Taylor Hall will get it back. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. I had work and I couldn't call off, unfortunately. Jordan Stahl fires one on. That one's blocked by Dobson. Slavin to center. Montreal gets it back. Suzuki to Newhook. Pass over. And that play was broken up. Carolina gets it back now through center. Jordan Stahl will dump it down low into the Canadiens' end. And regroup. Montreal dumps it back down low into the Carolina zone. Chatfield fighting with Demidov. Demidov in the corner now for Slavkovsky. Montreal has 0 shots in this period so far. Slavkovsky broken up by Carolina. They'll come back and regroup. Caden Gooley into the Carolina zone. Demidov fighting with Jarvis. Seth Jarvis off the boards then for Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere to Aho. Broken up. Slavkovsky to Evans. Evans up top. Canes take it back. Cross-ice pass into the zone with speed. Svechnikov loses the puck. It slides in on Dobish. He'll make the save. Yeah, no shots so far for Montreal in this third period. Yeah, 0 shots in 12 minutes. Hurricanes almost up to 40 shots. Carolina's been putting on the pressure on Dobish. He's played well, considering the circumstances. Face-off won by Carolina. Robinson down low then for Philip Deneau. Will chip it off the boards to center. Carrier fighting with Bolduc. Robinson will dump it into the Montreal zone. Noah Dobson gets it back then for the Canadiens. He will clear it back into the Carolina zone. This will not be an icing. Nikishin battling for now with Anderson. Philip Deneau will dump it around behind the net then. Josh Anderson back then for Montreal. Zach Bolduc in his own end. Deneau gets it back then for Montreal. Tried to play it down low. Stolen back then. Bolduc up top to Matheson. He can't keep it in the zone. Puck will slide back into the Montreal end. I agree, Mercy. Mike Matheson. Off the boards then, takes it through center. Suzuki dumps it into the Carolina zone. Battling for now in the corner. It's cleared off the boards. Now Stankoven. It's a 2-on-1. Stankoven into the zone. He's got Hall. Fires it. Saved by Dobish. He'll cover up. Jakub Dobish playing phenomenal. Face off. Coming up in the Montreal end. One back by the Canadiens. Uri Slavkovsky in his own zone. Again, still no shots for the Canadiens in this period. Slavkovsky out the boards, broken up. Ehlers' shot goes up and out of play. Stay tuned for our off-season outlooks. Starting off again tomorrow. We're going to do Columbus tomorrow and probably Detroit. I'm going to try and get 2 tomorrow. What's up, William? See how we doing? Commentary's almost over. Carolina up 3-0. Face off in the Canadian zone. Here's Gooley. He'll dump this one to center. Jalen Chatfield trying to get it back. Carolina trying to backhand into the zone. 2-on-1. Carrier into the zone. Backhand on is blocked by Gooley. Couldn't get that pass over then in the corner for Ehlers. Ehlers fighting with Carrier. Carrier trying to get this one loose. Down low. Down to 6 minutes left. I imagine if Montreal can get offensive zone time, they'll try and pull Dobish. I guess. I mean, you might as well. You have nothing to lose. It's not like your goal differential is going to, impact your playoff performance. Slavkovsky broken up. Dobish will slide in and make a save at 5:46. But they can't even get the puck the other way. So they're just kind of in a shitty situation. Last commercial break of Game 4, I presume. Montreal fans in dismay. 3-0 Carolina still. Oh, man. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate that. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. My trash can is overflowing with all of these card packs. It's because I have a pack of water bottles in here. Yeah. Anyway. Try and clean this up as we wait for the remainder of the third. As always, thank you all for those who tune into the commentaries every single stream. I'm not going to say it, Goku. I am not going to say it. Sorry. Grabbing another bag. Only the Lord saves more than Bernie Perrant. That's correct. Rest in peace. All right, back here in Montreal. Still 3-0 Carolina. Thanks, Taco. Trade Laffy for Lindros. I'm okay. Face out in the Montreal zone. Shot goes up. And out of play at 5:44. All cleaned up now. It was like just a bunch of card packs. I kept stepping on them when I moved my feet. Habs wearing uniforms and not jeans. Jankowski versus Deneau. I know, Taco, I know. You're right. They got a lot of work to do if they want to get back. Anderson in the corner fighting with Nikishin. Cleared up top then for Carrier. Cross ice pass to Matheson. A shot. That one goes out of play. It did not touch Anderson, so no, they do not have a shot yet. My Kachuk is full. Which one? Which Kachuk, Brady or Matthew? Or I guess both. Power play coming up for Carolina. Quit moving my feet. My bad. So it seems like Carolina is going to take a 3-1 series lead, move within just a win from the Stanley Cup final. One power play goal tonight for Carolina was Aho to open up the game. Carrier fighting with Blake. Again, Carolina's power play around 12% in this postseason. It's been one of their struggles. Here's Newhook, shorthanded pass up top, broken up by the Canes. 3-on-2, Stankoven. Up top, cross ice, Blake a shot. That one's blocked by Carrier. Alex Newhook will dump it down the other way. Yeah, I don't even know if Montreal's going to get a chance to pull Dobish. They haven't even gotten into the Carolina zone for consistent time. Here's Blake to Miller. Jackson Blake on the right side. Down low then, below the goal line. Blake gets it back. Up top is Miller. Miller, right side. Here's Ehlers. Nikolai Ehlers, down low then to Stankoven. Stankoven gets around the D. Up top, Miller to Blake. Blake, cross ice pass. Stolen back by Montreal. Canes get it back. Blake was high-sticked. Looks like he's okay. Ehlers a shot. Save there. Rebounds in front. And on top of it is, I believe, Gooley. .417 left to play. Good block there by Gooley. Keeps it a 3-0 game. Burns is top 25 NHL scoring all time. Yeah. Sucks to see him not get a Stanley Cup. He's been a long-time NHLer. Not going to get it, though. Face-off in the Montreal end. Jarvis' shot. That one goes wide there, Adobish. Down low then for Svechnikov. Cross-ice pass broken up then by Montreal. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Bell Center looking half empty from at least the lower bowl angle. Here's Aho. Into the zone. Dumps it down low then for Svechnikov. Svechnikov in front. Jarvis a good chance. I don't know if that went off Adobish or not. Svech. Right side. Jarvis waits. Fires it. Saved by Dobish. If he got that. Chatfield up top. Another chance. And that one goes wide. Montreal finally gets it. Power play is over. Cleared all the way back into the Carolina zone. Hurricanes up to 41 shots. They have nearly triple the amount that Montreal has. Chatfield dumps it down low. Jakub Dobish will just take it himself and shoot it the other way. Cleared into the Carolina zone. Caulfield on the right side. Miller down low. Suzuki waits, shoots it. Saved by Anderson. And there's the first shot of the period for Montreal. 17 minutes and 7 seconds in. Jakub Dobish will go to the bench. Jakub Dobish, 533 shots. here in the postseason, the most in the NHL. Montreal will try to pull off a miracle. We'll see if they can. Face-off is cleared all the way back into the Montreal zone. It will trickle wide of the empty net. Racing forward is Marnook. Battling forward alongside Caulfield. It's 6-on-5. Nikolai Ehlers trying to dump it down low. Caulfield to Dobson around then for Hudson. Hudson to Suzuki. 2.5 minutes left to play. Hudson dumps it down low. It'll go around behind the net. Miller fighting for it then with Caulfield. Demidov up top. Hudson, a shot. That one goes wide. Miller will get it. He will just decide to clear. Racing for that one with speed is Ehlers. He'll get into the zone, and he hits it off the crossbar of the empty net. Nick Suzuki dumps it back into the Carolina zone. Carolina trying to clear it to center. They'll do so. And here is Svechnikov to tuck it into the empty net. 4-0 Carolina. Andrei Svechnikov from Jalen Chatfield picks up the empty netter. It's 4-0 Hurricanes. The Carolina Hurricanes are going to take a 3-1 series lead here in the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the furthest they've gone. What's up, Jersey Dolphins? How we doing? Sorry, I didn't see your other comment. I apologize. Montreal fans clearing out of the Bell Center. Not the Forum anymore. Carrier battling forward with Goulet. Hasn't been for a long time. I don't know why I said the Forum. Struble fighting for on the right side then. Kirby Dach gets it for Montreal. Chipped off the boards then by Svechnikov. Cleared back into the Montreal end. Goulet. Shots are 42-16. Hurricanes nearly outshot Montreal by 40. By 30, not 40. I don't know math. Blake fighting with Dach. Approaching the last minute of play in the third. Matheson battling for it then with Taylor Hall. In the corner, Hall gets it back then for the Hurricanes. He'll bring it through center with speed. 3-on-3. He'll backhand it down low. Into the Canadiens' end. Carrier. Right side to Joe Veleno. Veleno will backhand it to center. 35 seconds to go. We will sadly not be live for Game 5 of this series. I have something going on Friday. We'll sadly not be live for Game 5 of this series. It sucks, but it is what it is. 20 seconds left to play. Canes bring it into the zone. It's Walker, a shot. It goes wide to Dobish. Rebounds there and kept out by Jakub Dobish. What a stop. And now we have a little bit of a brawl going on here. In the corner. Up to 43 shots now. Jakub Dobish with 40 saves tonight. Still allowed 3 goals. That brings up his save percentage to a .929. Goulet's gone. He's pissed. Could tell he just screamed the F word. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. This one is pretty much over, if we're being real. This is pretty much over. Carolina just one win away from the Stanley Cup final. The frustrations here in Montreal are certainly pure. Referees just figuring out the penalties as of right now. Todd, there's still another game 5. There's still another game, Todd. It's only 3. It would only be 3-1 Carolina. They need 4. Nordic cheating on us. Got a secret channel. Yep. Yep, that's the F word, Mr. GG. Yeah, referees just figuring everything out. We'll wait to run down the buzzer. Thank you all for tuning in to another fun commentary. Wish it was a closer game, but not every game is going to be, 3-2 in overtime. $16 seconds left. Face-off won by Montreal. Carrier ahead, then the Bull do. Down low now, Carolina will hold this puck. Time will tick down. The Hurricanes will move within 1 win of the Stanley Cup final. Final score, Carolina 4, Montreal 0. Freddie Anderson now has a shutout in every round of the postseason here so far. It's his 8th career playoff shutout, his 5th with the Hurricanes. That's a franchise record. He also breaks a Watch with Nordic record. He becomes the goalie with the most shutouts in live commentaries. He now has 3 here in streams. Well, that was fun. That was a solid game here to commentate. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Again, we will not be live for Game 5 of this series. We will not be live for Game 5. Sadly, I have something going on Friday. If there is a Game 6, we will be live for that. But as of now, we will sadly not be live for Game 5. But that'll do it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. It'd be greatly appreciated. I will see you guys in the next stream.